I
have heard that.
I know, Nate, and listen, that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Now, let's just call a spade here, guys. Our friend Richard Christie, while being a wonderfully talented, nice person, pleasant guy, a guy you'd love to hang out with, funny, great person, is a filthy human being. He's a dirty farmhand who hasn't learned to wash properly and clearly can't wipe his ass. And we work with him, and we have to deal with it because we love him so much. But we all have our flaws. I'm a fat pig. Richard is a disgustingly filthy, smelly person. That's fine. He grew up on a farm, but, you know, we deal with it because we love him, and he's funny. So
can I rebut that, though?
But hold on, Artie, you may get thin again. Can Richard ever learn to be clean?
Yes, he can. If he hangs out with us city folk long enough, he can learn to get...
He had to be reminded to wash his hands after he did that thing.
Well, how could that not be the most uppermost thing on your mind?
Because there was so much
boiling
going
your
on.
hands after that.
There was a lot going on. There was a lot on my mind, you know. And
oh my God, I would think of nothing but washing my hands.
And I just got us in trouble too because I think I took some of the 𝗦𝗵cie𝗄𝗿𝗱.
Did you really?
No one was allowed to take our buffet when we had ours.
I took some 𝗦𝗁𝗲𝗏 and tomato, and someone said, "That's for Jamie Foxx."
But in my defense, Artie, though, like that straw was inside me. Like a guy can't clean inside them unless...
Yeah, but the whole... Benji's saying you're dirty down there. Benji's saying, I don't know, they're shoving the thing up his ass in the opium den. I don't know what the Benji's talking about. But he says he's cleaner than you with that hairy fat ass he has. I don't think... Honestly, if there's a stench that prevalent, there probably is something wrong. You know what I mean? And if she's right there, ready to disembark... You know what I mean? It's like...
my friend always says he's got one in the staging area.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's on deck. You're right. You got one on deck. And Gary said he smelled you even though you showered.
Yeah, but let's do this. One of these days, let's do a lineup. Every guy's bare ass.
Let's do it right now.
We'll have somebody smell it. And I bet every guy smells it.
I guarantee you can stick your face up my ass right now. I'm not going to do it on camera, but you can do it. I'll pull my pants down. I guarantee I smell fresh.
Guys, you know what? I'm going to end this conversation right now. You could do that on OutQ with Larry Flint.
And I guarantee you can stick your finger up my ass,
doing ass
and nothing's coming out of it right now.
Now, Richard, you took a thermometer now. You've taken a straw now. Are other things going to lead to, you know?
No, just smaller objects like that. But nothing weird.
He needs to scrub his with a toothbrush. That's what he needs to do.
No, I'm not. It's not leading to anything. I don't care what people think. That's just, you know, it's funny bits that we do. I'm not getting a dildo or anything like that in there.
Nothing crazy.
A pinky?
No, not a pinky.
Yeah,
well...
What if we chloroform you?
Just to the first knuckle?
If you chloroform me, then I have no say in the matter. So.
As gross as I am now and as fat as I am, I agree with Benji. I think after the way I shower, I don't think you'd smell like a heavy smell or ass smell from me.
But I showered. I swear I showered.
Well, there's different levels of clean. There's Kansas clean and there's civilization clean.
You may have showered, but if you don't clean your clothes, when I was in there, I smelled something when I was in your office. Maybe it's the office itself, or maybe it was your clothes. But there was something going on, like a weird, almost like a BO.
Oh, well, these are clean clothes. I mean, they're...
Clean how?
They're clean.
Like fresh out of the wash?
Yeah.
But when you're in the shower, Richard, do you just go under the water and then walk out, or do you actually scrub yourself?
Really in there. I get the fingers with soap down. I get the bar of soap up in the crack, and I'm pretty through.
Then why do you stink?
That's a good question. I'm curious.
Are you using soap?
Do you back away from the shower and spread your cheeks so the water's fully flushed?
Are you washing with liquid ass?
Robert in Washington, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good.
Hey, listen, I got to tell you, I've been a fan of the show since I live in Washington, been listening for 20-some years. I really think, Gary hit it right on the spot, but I wasn't really sure. I mean, Gary said he thought it was funny up until the straw came out, then he got grossed out. I mean, to use the line from Dice, what was he expecting, a tuna on rye? It's an pulling a straw out. I think, to be honest, there's a little too much gay stuff on. I think,
Really?
the on-air talent doesn't need to have these flunkies do this type of stuff. I mean, you got Artie, who is unbelievably funny, and Gary, very talented, and Fred and everybody, but the guys that are these interns, like someone said, well, what about Benji? Did he lose some sort of status? He's got no status. So, I would like to see more of, a little old school. I know you guys are on satellite. I had it a year before you guys switched over to it. But I think that, I'm all for the freedom of speech and everything, but it's just a little too much. Now, if the straw was up a chick's ass, would I feel differently? Maybe a little, but it's not funny.
Hey, you know what?
It's not funny if it's up a chick's ass.
We're like people on the other side of the Berlin Wall. We're exploring our newfound freedom, We're just seeing how it goes.
Yeah, I understand.
Hey, what's your name, man?
My name's Robert. And actually, I just want to say something. Artie, man, you got to lose some weight, because we don't want your best career move for you to die or something. You know what I mean?
No, I know. I believe me. After Tiny's phone call today, it's a wake-up call.
Man. Dude, you are so awesome. When are you going to be doing a live gig in Washington? Because you haven't been here in a while.
D.C.?
Yeah, Washington, D.C.
I'm doing Constitution Hall. I just got an offer probably in the summer. So
awesome.
Look for that.
Anything else you want to cover, Robert?
No, just you guys are great. Just it's a little too much of this Richard and Sal and all these guys that really, if it wasn't for Howard, would be, working fast food or something.
All right. Thank you for your input. Benji, did you want to respond?
Hey, Robert, this is all I want to say. I rarely defend myself in this way, but if you listen to the show every day and you're laughing at a lot of things Howard says, oftentimes it's something that I helped create.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, absolutely. I can attest to that. Absolutely.
And by the way, Richard was, a drummer in a band that toured. He wouldn't be working at Wendy's or wherever.
No, and my point about Richard is, and I think Richard and Sal are hilarious without having to do this stuff. That's what I'm trying to explain to them.
I do love when people go down that road. Like, people have been saying that to Howard for years. You're funnier than the lesbian stuff. That always makes me laugh when people say that.
But the thing is, too, Howard was laughing his ass off.
Oh, no, he loved it.
This, and that's why me and Sal love doing this.
Yeah, no, listen.
It makes Howard laugh.
He loved it.
Brian in Philly, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, how you doing? Artie, you rock.
Thank you.
My question is, Richard, you come from, I'm a big fan of your work with Iced Earth and Death.
Thank you.
And you come from a genre of music that typically doesn't put up with this type of shit.
Excellent point.
I mean, do you still talk to John Schaefer or any of those guys?
I still talk to all my old buddies. The funny thing is, I did all this stuff when I would go out on tour. I used to come out on stage in a thong and show my balls and play drums naked and do all kinds of. I used to play drums with my penis once in a while, and it was just fun. You do wacky stuff when you're on tour, and I believe that life's too short to take yourself seriously, and believe it or not, a lot of people in the metal scene have really good senses of humor, but,
I think it was insinuating that they have a great sense of humor, but they might be a hair homophobic.
Mm-hmm. No.
I could see this if you were touring with, let's say, Judas Priest and Rob Halford.
And we all know another word for homophobic is really cool.
No, but
I just wanted to say, I'm a huge fan of your drumming and all, but
thank you.
I couldn't go out to a Death show and watch a straw be shoved up your ass.
Richard,
I don't think that's going to happen at a metal
That's
show.
certainly not the right place or time.
Richard, I know you love what you do here, but do you miss touring? Like, do you miss that life on the road and playing in the band?
do, but I have so much fun here that I don't miss it that much. But I used to love traveling and staying up all night, drinking and just seeing the country and seeing Europe and stuff. But this is my dream job, and this is so much fun, and everybody's so cool here that I don't really miss it that much.
Let's go to Frank in Tennessee. Hey, Frank, welcome to the wrap-up show.
What's up, guys? First day that I've been able to listen to the show live in a long, long time because I'm homesick with the flu down here in Tennessee. We got a big outbreak, and I'm all excited about listening to the show. And I got 5 hours of straws and vomit and retching, and oh my God! But
it
really
was 1 hour of 5 hours, to be fair.
I kind of feel like Sal this morning, which is really what I wanted to talk about. Anybody know how he's doing? What went down with Sal this morning?
No, we'll check up on him. And
Sal's gone to several other train stations in the area and threw up.
And Sal, of course, has cut the cord at his house, so he has no idea what's going on the show today.
That's right.
So we'll have to fill him in tomorrow. Let's go to Shane in Kentucky. Hey, Shane.
Hey, guys. Good show today. I just had a question about how come Howard always lets Robin off the hook once he gets her going? And then I got a comment.
Well, what do you mean?
I mean, yesterday when he had Robin going when she was crying, he just lets her off the hook, and then this morning he starts on Artie when that guy came out with that on the computer about, like, RobinsWrong.com. Robin started crying, and he just changed the subject. He won't stay on her.
Do you guys agree with that? Do you think Howard let her off the hook?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's wrong, and I don't know if he's doing it out of sincere, like he doesn't want to hurt her feelings, or he doesn't want to come across as mean. But, yeah, I definitely feel that he does that.
Artie, you were in there. Do you agree?
Well, I think he took it as far as it could be taken at that point. You got to remember that, Robin is the second host of the show, and if you get her that pissed off at 6:20, it's a hard climb uphill the rest of the show. So I think Howard might have said, all right, enough. She's clearly really mad.
You're right, because I do remember the day that Robin did walk off the show around 6:20. We did get her that riled up.
Yeah. So you don't want that to happen. But I think later in the show he might have tortured her a little more with that.
Hey, Teddy, do we have the ability to make a phone call from this studio, like right now, live? When somebody gets Sal's phone number,
we're trying to call him now.
Let's call him on the air. I don't want to get his reaction off the air. I want to hear on the air.
I just called and went to his voicemail.
Okay.
Will, what were you going to say?
No, Robin made like a really, I thought, mean comment. I don't know if it was directed toward Artie today when she was like, there's a lot of hangers on now. You weren't here at the beginning, so how dare you criticize me now?
Oh, right.
I think it was directed, I'll tell you, I think it was directed at me. I think it was directed at Will and Ralph, because she made another reference to something Will said on the wrap-up show yesterday, and clearly we're all newer people, and we were all making her mad. So I think it was directed at me, Will, and Ralph in particular at that point. That's what I think. I don't know, but I picked up on that as well. It wasn't subtle.
Didn't she say, like, she built the train and you guys are riding on the train?
Exactly.
And
Yes. No one helped build these people didn't help build the train. They just jumped on the train.
Ooh, I didn't hear that. That sounds vicious.
All right, let's. What was your comment, Shane?
Like I said, I wish the train had a drink car right now.
My other comment was like Artie going on about Howard not buying anything. That show that was just on cable about 3 weeks ago showed this crazy house that he's building, and he's trying to get on Artie for trying to buy his own self his first house.
He's not saying, but you missed the point. He's not saying that Artie shouldn't buy a house. He was talking about more like where Artie buys a house.
Right. Well, I'm saying Howard saying he don't buy nothing extravagant. What's a $42 million house is not extravagant?
Well,
no, somebody called in about that, actually, and made that comment.
Right,
it doesn't have central air, sir.
Thanks, Shane. I appreciate the call. All right, we're going to try and call Sal here. Go ahead, Jim. Do your thing. And then we're going to get to the clip of how Artie started his morning, telling off Howard and calling him old and everything else, which was an interesting way to start the day.
So are we trying Sal at home or on a cell?
Home.
Good. That's where he is. And if he's not there, you better have a good excuse.
Which line, Jim? Gary, you lead on this.
Of course.
Hello?
Hey, it's Gary. We're live on the air. Can I talk to Sal?
He's actually sleeping.
Is he really sick?
Yes.
Christine, we're on the air. I just want to talk to you for 2 seconds. How sick is he?
He's throwing up.
Still?
He hasn't thrown up since he came home, but yeah.
He told you what happened at Penn Station, right?
Actually, no, because he came in and I sent him to quarantine.
Who's nursing him back to health?
Nobody. He's locked in my son's room.
Christine, is the house like totally gross?
I'm freaking out right now.
Yeah, he threw up, and then Christine, I got to break this to you. He had several accidents as well along the way home.
Are you kidding?
No.
Oh my God.
Sal was literally a man with nowhere to go. Howard didn't want him here because he's going to get him sick, and Christine doesn't want him home because he had to get a hotel.
All right, so we were just checking on him. We wanted to make sure he was okay. Is he sleeping now?
He's sleeping. He's been sleeping since he came in, and I'm not checking. I'm not going up there, so.
All right, we'll give him our best.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, Christine.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
It's so great that she doesn't want him there.
No, she exiled him to one of the kids' rooms.
I know.
I guess the son has a higher immunity than she does.
Antonio's going to get sick.
I wonder what he did with his underwear, if he threw them away at Penn Station or if he wore them home.
Find out.
You really?
We'll find
You
out.
think Sal threw those away? Come on. Something tells me we're going to be seeing those tomorrow.
Yeah, they're going to be on Gary's head.
They're going to be on eBay by Wednesday.
Now, if you missed the beginning of the show, this is 3, Teddy. Here's Artie got a little upset when the show first started.
Is your career goal to be a landlord?
Honestly, Howard, I'm going to strangle you into
Why?
I don't want to.
Can't talk to Artie.
Why can't I ask you?
No, because you sound like an annoying old. You sound like an annoying. You're annoying the out of me. You're like a little nudge right now.
But
if you know better than Howard, why can't you just listen to him and apprise him of where he's wrong?
Mm-hmm.
Every morning from now on, I'm going to set one of you off. I decided.
Now, Artie, what's that like? Because I wasn't watching what was going on, but listening, you sound clearly irritated.
Right.
And he seems thoroughly amused at your irritation, but it doesn't seem like he's backing off of you.
They're making these comments based on nothing. They have no idea where I'm looking at a house, what my situation is. They've never been to my apartment now. I just say casually I might buy a house. And I'm yelled at, and Robin is like a parrot on his shoulder. You know, why would you do this? Well, you're so wrong. You're being ridiculous. You're being dumb. I've got to watch up on you. You can't act to Artie. It's like, I mean, does any man like that? I mean, it's like when you're watching a football game and you want to take a bat to somebody's head.
They're only trying to protect your interest.
My interest.
So no real estate advice from Howard and Robin moving forward?
No, listen, that's the other thing. I got overly mad too early in the show. You can't do it. You got to pace yourself. A couple of months ago, Fred was really mad early in the show, and a guy called up. He's a regular caller. He had a great joke. He called up and said 6:10 and Fred is already on the ropes. And that's what I felt like too. You get aggravated, you got to pace yourself, man. So I was able to sort of calm down and get back into a regular sort of mode because you got another 5 hours to do. But I mean, it was funny, and Howard knows he's annoying me, and it's funny, and that's it. So, but I was able to calm down, thank God.
I'll tell you, that first 45 minutes of the show is a commonplace. It's almost like, you walk out into the ring and you don't have your gloves up and somebody hits you. You know what I mean? And I've seen a lot of people lose it that first hour because, first of all, Howard has plenty of time, to do whatever he wants.
Yeah. People look at me and they feel I need advice. And there's something about me that lets people think they can just give me advice. And insulting things like, I can know somebody for 10 minutes and they'll go, you could lose some weight, right? Listen, I got an idea for you. And I've been, this is happening since I was in high school, and I'm sick of it. So sometimes on the air, I start to lose it.
And everybody always knows better, right? They have the solution.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Jerry in Jersey, you're on the wrap-up show.
Yeah, I got a great place for Artie to look for a house. Right now, you can probably get a crack den outside of the new Yankee Stadium. Cheap as hell. And, it'll triple in price when the new stadium goes up.
That's right. Like that, the new stadium could be like the Freedom Tower.
Randy in Tennessee, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, guys.
What's up, Randy?
Big fan. Appreciate it. Hey, Artie.
Yeah.
buy all the houses you want to buy, man. It's your money. You're working for it. Howard, come on. Buy all the houses you want. And I got another one for you. Did Sal say he had the runs?
Yeah.
That's when you needed the straw.
No.
You could have got Richard. You could have got Richard on one of those lumpy shakes.
Don't give him any ideas,
Is that a
Randy.
dice phrase?
Hey, appreciate it, guys. Hang in there, man. Take care.
Thanks for the call.
Where was he from?
Tennessee. A lot of calls from Tennessee today. Hey, Ralph.
Hey now. Hey, I hadn't heard that. I didn't heard the replay, and I heard the whole thing with Robin and stuff. And boy, she was really upset.
Yes.
And I'm listening to that going, what show does she work on? It's like, it's weird. Everybody really has like, why was she upset over that? It seems silly. It's a funny website. I mean,
Well, do you think
do
you think
seriously.
the website is what set her off, or was there something something that Artie said yesterday?
Okay, good.
No, you go.
I'm saying, like, today, in other words, like, she was, Ralph's right. She was extra mad for some reason. And, like, while today I was able to somehow calm down, if Howard hadn't stopped getting in with her, she would have really went nuts, I think.
Well,
and
right,
so he stopped. But I think part of it is she felt that Howard wouldn't expose himself to that kind of abuse like that. You know what I mean? So she's like, well,
that wasn't, it's funny. I don't know. I read it and I just laughed and thought, okay, that's funny. I mean, like, who's going to be right 100% of the time?
And who's the person running the website? Like, who are they in the grand scheme of things?
I mean, it's great. I mean, it's so silly. And I just started thinking, well, maybe she's just been feeling attacked lately, ever since, like, she was discovered to be a 34 in the test, like, maybe she just feels like she's just getting attacked, because everybody feels like that sometimes,
But didn't you think it's one of those days, like, Robin could have reacted totally different on a different day. Some days it's just the way it hits you.
Has she spoke to you at all, Gary, about taking that self-imposed break, the Artie break or the Jackie break that she was talking about this morning? Sorry,
First of all, I took 4 days to withdraw from heroin in 6 years.
But hold on.
I worked there 6 years. I took 4 days to get heroin out of my body. I'm sorry.
But wait a second.
You couldn't have done that at work, Artie?
Hold on a second.
Actually, Ralph, if I did it at work, it would have been way more amusing. I understand.
Artie, in all fairness, you took those 6 days, but nobody knew
4 days.
Nobody knew that's what you were doing. And I was on the phone with your manager going, listen, Gary, I'm really sorry. I don't know how to get a hold of him. Like, we just were worried about you.
Right. I know, I get it.
But yours makes more sense than I remember Jackie.
I'm not lumped in with Jackie. Who would do it because he's not happy with his contract.
Jackie used to
I
call
was withdrawing from heroin.
He used to call them mental health days, which was like retarded. Like, this is not a factory. You know what I mean?
I would never do.
I
would never do something like that. But
would you ever Artie? Would you ever walk out if it got to be too heavy, like this morning?
Well, who could say? It depends on the subject. Who knows? I mean, this morning didn't even come close to that.
Right.
No.
Depends if Artie's awake or not.
Right, and I'm sleeping most of the time anyway.
Howard and I are the only ones who have never actually left the show. Fred has physically left the show. Robin has left the show, and Jackie left the show.
I've never walked out of the studio.
Well, Fred and Jackie actually left the building. Yeah. Robin locked herself in her newsroom for about a half an hour. Yeah, Jackie left after the whole Pat Cooper. We did a roast at Channel 9.
Oh, and he bombed.
And he bombed, and he was sure that we set him up, and we said, we did. And he goes, yeah, right, that's what happened. And Howard's like, you don't believe me? He's like, no.
I got to tell you.
That was great stuff. We should play that on the Friday.
Those roasts are pressure because, like, you got to figure, like Jackie's job, he's the comedian. So when we started these roasts, I'm like, God, if I bomb on one of these roasts, that's like a lot of pressure because I'm here. I'm a paid comedian. You get up there, and if you bomb, it really eats away at you. So I know what Jackie was probably going through. He started thinking all these scenarios. Like I got set up in my head, and he probably couldn't deal with anybody.
I'll tell you what really hurt him on that one was for years he couldn't get on the dais for a Friars roast, which was his dream. And he couldn't get on the dais, and Jackie was convinced someone had told him that the guy that puts people on the roast hates Howard. And Howard always used to joke around, maybe Jackie's just not funny enough to get on the dais. And then after that, it sort of helped prove that theory. I don't know. I mean, Jackie is a funny guy, but it was just sort of like Jackie just bombed. I mean,
yeah, but everything's a conspiracy theory. You can't get on the roast because of Howard.
And you know what? And I'm not patting myself on the back, but I was funnier on that roast. And that was what made it even more brutal. Like, people who weren't funny were funnier.
And as a comic, Gary, I'm telling you, like, if like you or somebody from the back office who's not a comedian does well, and as a comic I went up and I bombed, I would have been in the same head Jackie was. You get like that. You just, it's very, it hurts what you do for a living in a way. And,
would you have been mad that you bombed, or would you have thought that Jackie's whole thing was that it was a conspiracy.
Right. I would have been mad that I bombed, and if called on it, you never know. Like, you get all these scenarios in your head, like, it's your guy's fault. Like, you get defensive and walk out.
Artie, I have a question for you. When you heard that wheezing played back at the end of the show, how did that make you feel?
You were shocked.
Yes. Look, I clearly have maybe 3-4 weeks tops, guys. I got to get my shit going.
Artie, you have noises coming out of you you're not aware of.
I'm like Jeff the Drunk.
Hey, Artie, do you snore?
I don't know. I'm told I do.
Well, would you mind putting a recorder beside your bed like tonight and recording yourself?
All right, I don't have a recorder.
I'll give you one.
Oh my God, that'd be great.
Now, Artie, you've been to
I'll buy a new one.
You've been to AA, right?
Well, yeah.
You've been to AA, right?
Yes.
Is it gay to go to OA? Would you ever go to OA?
What's OA?
OA is a real thing. It's Overeaters Anonymous. Which is a real thing.
I'm not going to go to OA.
Imagine how depressing that would be.
I'm just not going to do that.
All right, let's talk to Mark.
AA was worse. It was bad enough. That was talk about depressing.
Let's talk to Mark in Phoenix. Hey, Mark.
Hey, guys. Artie, how you doing, man? You wheezy?
Yeah, I'm like Wheezy Jefferson.
I got to tell you something, Artie. I forgot what I was even calling about because you can't ever stop talking, my man. I love you. I think you're hilarious, but you just keep going.
I know. Lately, I've been talking a lot. The problem is my only function on the show. I don't do. If I'm not talking, I got to sweep up or something. I'm not earning my keep.
Mark, what did you think about the way he reacted to Howard this morning?
I could not believe it. I think he's got crazy balls for doing that to his boss. I mean, in all honesty, I think Howard is to blame for the way that everybody acts at Bubba's wedding and the way Artie reacts, because he's given you guys so much entitlement. I mean, you guys come in there and you're yelling at Howard. Ronnie's telling fans to go for themselves. That never used to be that way.
It's not an entitlement thing.
Well, hey, Artie, do you feel like a little bit safer to do something like that since the status you have achieved at this point?
Well, look, I wasn't going to do that the first year I worked here. Well, look, I know Howard on a personal level now too. It's much easier. You just get to know people. That's what happens.
And don't you think Howard was like, that's exactly how he wanted you to react this morning?
Yeah, sir, he gives us that leeway. Why? Because it creates material for the show.
Yeah, I'll tell you, when we were working on the movie Private Parts, I got interviewed for a couple of magazines, and Entertainment Weekly interviewed me, and they pulled this quote out and put it like right in the center as like the highlighted quote. I was so proud because it's so true. Howard loves to push buttons. And Howard doesn't want you to act mad. This isn't like WPLJ where we go, I'll yell at you and you act mad. Howard doesn't want you to act mad. Howard wants you to be mad. And he can get you mad. And he loves to get you mad. It's reality. When he gets you pissed off for real, he doesn't want to pretend you're pissed off.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, a little bit about Beetlejuice and what was wrong with Beetle today. Plus,
that made me really sad.
I think everybody got real bummed about that. And also, we got to talk about the Gary Garver interviews, the phone call with...
You're listening to The Wrap-Up Show with John Hein and Gary 𝗏𝗏. Call in 888-STERN-100. That's 888-STERN-100. The Wrap-Up Show, exclusively on Howard 100 and Howard 101.
Just in time for the new year, America's favorite home gym is having a fitness sale. Now you can have the Bowflex home gym you've always dreamed of for $0 down and as little as $14 a month. And there's more. For a limited time only, get your Bowflex home gym shipped to you absolutely free. That's right, 0 down, monthly payments as low as $14, and free shipping too. Choose one of our best-selling Bowflex home gyms, and for a limited time, get started for 0 down, payments as low as $14 a month, and free shipping. Call 1-800-654-FLEX for complete details. There's never been a better time or a better deal. Go to buybowflex.com or call 1-800-654-FLEX while this special offer lasts. That's 1-800-654-FLEX.
On approved Bowflex credit card purchases, monthly payment is 1.5% of the purchase plus any late fees. The number of months you pay and total amount of minimum monthly payments depends on additional purchase and account balances. Call for details.
Are you an entrepreneur? Make your small business sound bigger and more professional with 𝗏mail's virtual phone service. Starting at only $9.95 a month, 𝗏mail works just like a large company phone system, but is designed specifically for small and home-based businesses. There's no hardware to purchase or install. 𝗏mail works with any existing phone, home, office, or cell. Features include an auto-attended, multiple extensions for employees, voicemails to MP3, and much more. Sign up today at soundlikeabigcompany.com. That's soundlikeabigcompany.com.
I hate Steven Singer. Did I tell you that?
What?
I hate Steven Singer. You heard me. I don't want to go on the air and bad about anybody. But I hate Steven Singer.
That's exactly what you're doing, Gary.
Well, Steven Singer is considered to be one of the best jewelers in the country. I just got my wife a piece of diamond jewelry for Christmas. Will Murray, over here, Will Murray just got an engagement ring from Steven.
I really hate Steven Singer.
You have a right to. And even Booker got an engagement ring from Steven over the holidays. People say it's the best diamond store in the country, and he makes it so decent.
That's why everybody hates him, Gary. You should stay out of there, but you still want to get your wife or your girlfriend something nice for Valentine's Day. So here's a great idea. Steven Singer has real long-stem roses dipped in 24-karat pure gold for only $59. Chicks really dig them. They're beautiful, they last forever, and it's the best Valentine's Day gift out there. Only $59.
Check them out online. Go to IHateStevenSinger.com. That's IHateStevenSinger.com, and look for Gary Dell'Abate, Baba Booey, in his first serious Philadelphia appearance. February 8th, I will be at Steven Singer's store at 3 o'clock in the afternoon to tell him how much I hate him.
Yag Shema, Shema Na'em Borat, and you're listening to the John Hen and Gary Dilbitat on the Wrapping Up Shows. Dziękuję.
Welcome back to the Wrap-Up Show. Oscar-nominated Borat there. JD, they got nominated for a screenplay, right?
That's adapted screenplay, yes.
What do you mean adapted? Adapted from what?
Adapted screenplay?
Adapted from
the TV
what
show,
it was?
I guess.
That's not an original screenplay?
It wasn't. I looked at the original screenplay. It wasn't there. Was it adapted from the children's book?
JD
the show. Yeah, that's a character from a TV show. That's probably what it is.
I know, JD.
But I didn't think they had a screenplay for that movie. I mean, what?
It was improv, right?
Yeah, you'd think they probably have an outline.
Well, I know JD was bummed that he didn't get actor or best picture, right? You really thought it was going to get nominated, right?
I would have liked to have seen it. It was one of the best movies of the year that I saw.
Got his Golden Globe.
I guess someone didn't see Babel.
No, I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen Dreamgirls either.
Well, that's not nominated for Best Picture, you know.
I know Artie must be.
I'll lend you
all those movies nominated.
I sound like Eddie Murphy, a fruit.
Yeah, Artie's rooting for Eddie Murphy to pull the Best Supporting Actor
I think
Oscar.
Alan Arkin is going to pull it out right from under him. I think people love Alan Arkin.
Did you see that movie, Sunshine?
No, I haven't.
Boy, people love that movie.
I haven't seen it.
That's a gay critic's best friend, that movie.
You seen it?
No, but I'm saying, like, when you read what critics write about that, because they're all, like, these closet fags, probably.
And some of them aren't even in the closet anymore.
Right. I mean, so they're all like, oh, what a fantastic, such smart comedy. You know, it's like, there's some fruit behind
I don't know what's going on with that movie, but every day in the office, I hear Steve the intern and Will arguing over that movie. They argue over it every day about how good it is and whether it's good and the ending and everything. I feel like I know the movie.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, it is good. I think it's funny, but Will's saying it's not that big of a deal, and Steve thinks that it's, a great film.
Oscar worthy?
I don't think it's Best Picture. But
I love Alan Arkin.
Alan
It's worth
Arkin's
it just to check him out. I don't like Greg Kinnear. I just don't like him.
I actually don't mind. I thought he was good and as good as it gets.
Playing a gay guy.
Yeah, no, I thought he was, and I saw him in another movie where I thought he was good. Oh, sorry.
I'm saying,
Now, Artie, were you expecting a call?
Stay on that side of the track.
Were you expecting a call from the coast this morning with Beer League and any possibilities there?
Beer League, is that eligible for this year's Oscars?
I mean,
it was released before Christmas.
Technically. That reminds me, you talk about award shows. When I was on the Norm show, this is another classic, my manager, Peter Moment, you have to submit, like when you're a regular on a TV show, you have to pick one episode that you thought you were good in and submit it. It's a $500 cost to submit your episode to the Emmy, the Academy. So the first season of the Norm show ends, and I'm just like, whatever, it's barely going to get picked up again. And Peter goes, so Art, give me a call. We have to talk about what episode you want to submit. And I said, what? He goes, we're going to submit something for the Emmys, of course. I'm thinking about, I don't know, the one where you and Norm are in the bar. I mean, well, everyone were in the bar. I go, really, Pete? What about that was good? I don't know. Just some of your reaction shots were fantastic. I think. I go, well, you really think we should submit that one? He goes, yeah. I go, how much is it? He goes, $500. So if you just send me a check, we'll submit that and get that out there. And I go, Pete, isn't it smarter to save the $500 and just assume I'm not going to get nominated for an Emmy? He goes, what are you talking about? I mean, I think you did some really great work. I go, well, if you want to pay the $500, you could submit it. If I go, you pay the $500. He goes, oh, I'm not doing that. I'm like, thanks for the vote of confidence. Get out the $500, which is a fraction of what you make off me every week.
Now, were any Beer League screeners sent out?
No.
For your consideration?
Actually, though, I just found out the DVD, we're officially in the profit mode.
Yeah. No Czechoslovakian Film Festival award?
Between rentals and buying, it went through the roof. It really did great. So it's I'm gonna start getting checks.
Does that mean we're gonna see the team back together for a possible sequel, or?
No, that means you're going to see me getting the house that Howard doesn't want me to get.
You know what? You know who? I just realized I had to call the pizza delivery guy this weekend, and he was just, trying to give him my order, and he was talking about how that was maybe the funniest movie he's ever seen.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, no, a lot of people like it, but some critics don't like it who like Little Miss Sunshine. I wonder what they got going on.
Artie,
they didn't like the topless scene with the chicks who were topless. I don't like that scene.
Artie was also happy that Kelly Leak got that nomination as well.
Yeah, Kelly Leak from the Bad News Bears is back.
Yeah.
He should have got an Oscar nomination for that.
Dude, you should. Have you read his story? I'll get you an article on him. He was sitting around for 20 years waiting for his phone to ring.
Right, a brief thing on him where he was really down and out, and he looks odd now because he's got the shaved head.
But he was like a kid star. He was actually a very good kid actor, even as a little kid.
Right.
And he had this whole string of movies, and then, I don't know, people just forgot he was around, and then he got a call. He thought it was a joke.
And he was in all three. He was in Bad News Bears Go to Japan.
But you know what? He's also,
so he probably cashed in a little
bit. He's also in one of my favorite movies of all time. He's in Breaking Away.
He's great in Breaking
Away. Great in that movie.
And losing it.
Yeah.
You're right. He had a string. He had shit going on, that guy. And,
Artie, great scene when he goes in to pick up the ballerina in Bad News Bears.
Oh, yeah. I'm hitting 860 for the Bears. You like baseball? And Tatum O'Neal goes over to Tanner. Get out of here! I will kill you!
With Engelberg eating his Kentucky Fried Chicken in the background.
Engel puke.
I'm okay, Engel Crud. Go back to your beer.
Raul in Queens, welcome to the wrap-up show.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's on your mind, Raul?
I just had two questions for Artie. One is, when he's yelling back at Howard, does he ever feel he got to hold himself back? Like today, he called him an oaf. Does he ever hold back a little bit? Because it sounds like he wants to go off even harder, but he doesn't.
No, first of all, again, it's familiarity breeds contempt sometimes. When you get to know people better, even if you're best friends with them, you feel more comfortable going back and forth. And on the air, I certainly feel more comfortable on the show. And that's to Howard's credit. He makes me feel comfortable, and he allows me to have honest reactions. So, no, I didn't feel like I had to say anything more. I was actually pissed that I said what I did, but 6 years into this now, Howard's made me feel so at home that he's able to get honest reactions like that out of me on the air, and I think it works. But I didn't feel like I had to say anything else to him.
What's your other question, Robert?
No, I just had another question. I noticed I've been watching Howard TV, and Artie's always wearing these Continental Airline T-shirts, like they get them.
Artie, tell the story, please. Please tell the story about what happened.
This is classic me. I have outgrown all my shirts, basically, and I go down at, there's, about 2 months ago, I'm walking through Newark Airport, and a guy runs up to me, this great guy, John. He goes, Artie, I'm a big fan of the show. He goes, can I help you get to your gate on time? Blah, blah. I go, yeah, that'd be great. So, I'm flying down to Tampa, and he knows that I'm going through Newark Airport, and he rushes up to me before Tampa, and I threw a bunch of shirts in my bag, and my gut is hanging out of my shirt, as it always has at the gate. He goes, listen, I got you some shirts. I've been watching the show. And he did his homework. He got not XXX, XXX, which is what I need now. 6 XXX and all XXX and all different colors Continental shirts. I get down to Tampa and I figure out, it's another bag to carry. I don't really want these shirts. Sure enough, nothing fits me in Tampa, and I have to go to the Continental shirts. Thank God he gave me those shirts. He saved my life. I wore them all weekend, and now it's nothing. That's all I wear.
Artie shows up to Howard's dinner. He's wearing like some black pants, and he's wearing like a jacket and a black T-shirt. And he tells me that whole story. Then he pulls, the side of the jacket over, and you see the big Continental logo. He goes, thank God for this guy. I had nothing to wear tonight.
And, yeah, right. The guy saved my life. Now I have 7 Continental shirts in different colors. They all fit me. They're all comfortable, but I accidentally wore one on a United flight, and I got shit from the stewardess. Go, hey, what's up with that? I go, what? Your Continental shirt? I'm like, I'm sorry. It's all my wardrobe right now.
She said, if you have any in XXL, I'll wear yours.
It's good advertisement for Continental. Like, no offense, but you're like a walking billboard for them.
Hey-o.
Hey-o.
Harry in Harrisburg, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, fellas, how you doing? The wrap-up show after a year, you're hitting on all cylinders. It's really entertainment. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Hey, I got kind of bummed. I guess you fellas did do this morning with Beetlejuice. I didn't know what was up with that at first. I thought it was a bit, and then I was trying to read between the lines, and I know Howard and everybody there, you have a lot of fun with him, but you really care about the dude. You don't want nothing to happen to him, especially after Hank. Beetlejuice is really cool. And I was wondering if there was, any other information that came up. How did you guys feel about that? Was that, for comic value, or was there really a problem there?
That's a good question. I mean, Beat was definitely bummed out today.
Yeah, no, there was no joke. I mean, he was really, what you saw was what he was feeling today. With him, it's such a weird thing because he's so moody. I've seen him go from both ends of that sort of feeling in one appearance. But today, I never heard him talk the way he talked today. But there's no way to know. Like Will and I always talk about what a crapshoot it is to book him, because about 1 out of every 10 times that Beetle shows up, and then we don't know what to do with him.
Now, I mean, you guys were literally trying everything.
He wouldn't answer the sponge.
Yeah, he wouldn't answer any of that. Here's a clip of Howard doing his best.
But you want to make money?
I don't care about the money.
Well, what about your DVD sales?
I don't care.
I see them drying up.
I don't give a shit.
Are you ready to give it all up?
Wow. Are you quitting show business?
Yep.
What?
Wait
a second. There's a phone call for you on this can. Wait, here. On this, on this thing. This thing over here. There's a phone call. It's the president of show business.
Yeah, whatever.
Look
Beetle.
at the phone. Take the phone.
I ain't taking nothing.
All right.
He won't even look at it.
I love Beetle. I do.
He wanted no part of it.
You know what we should do? We should just let Beetle live in the green room for like a week, and when he's in a good mood, just bring him in.
Yeah, you take care of him. Yeah. It's one of those weird things that you can't even like, you can't reason with him. You can't threaten him. You can't sweet talk him. There's no getting to him. Like nothing rational works.
Right.
You want to say like Beetle, if you don't perk up, you're never going to sell any DVDs. I don't give a shit.
But he was way I mean, I never heard him threaten suicide.
No, me
before.
neither.
Yeah, so
I was going to say, the second he said he's thinking about harming himself, Howard immediately was like,
Yeah.
we got to take care of this.
And it was weird because I wasn't sure that he had the capacity for that thought.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I didn't think that thought process was part of his, makeup.
Yeah, because like I know, like not to be disrespectful, but in the animal kingdom, do animals ever try to kill themselves? I know, like lemmings supposedly,
exactly.
but I don't even know if they're really thinking, "Hey, my life's bad. I'm gonna jump off a cliff."
It's like he was deeper today than he's ever been. We've never had that. This is a guy who can't spell red.
But everyone feels really bad, but how far would anyone go to do something for him?
Well, in terms of what?
In terms of trying, everyone's like, "Oh, I really care. I really feel bad." But is anyone going to do anything?
What is everybody supposed to do?
What is there to do? That's what I'm just kind of. I think like
Howard
saying we care so much is a little disingenuous.
Well, I mean, Howard made sure that somebody was there to take him out. I mean, what more can you do?
We checked that guy's credentials.
No, but he's got somebody that's been working with him.
Who was that guy, by the way? Was that what's-his-face's brother?
I never saw that guy before.
Well, that's what I mean.
I think he was just some guy walking around the hall.
He was a guy. I mean,
Now, something else happened outside the studio, and Greg from Howard TV is here. I think Lisa G tried to interview Beetle, and he wanted I just heard a crash.
This clip is hilarious.
Well, he hates the camera to begin with, so I had him in a bad mood. And then immediately following, I sort of backed off, and she went to put her microphone in his face, and he just swatted it away. Literally broke her tape recorder and her microphone.
Yeah, she looked frightened.
Yeah,
I was going to say, how did Lisa react?
Yeah. Oh, knowing Lisa G, she'll be filing charges.
Yeah, she
restraining
was really
order.
freaked out.
She didn't go for any of the nosy follow-ups after that.
But the video of it is hilarious.
Oh, yeah. He just clearly first he shoves her away, and then he just gives her this big swat, and the thing just goes right to the ground.
She came back to the office like, Brad Driver is the news director. She's like, Brad, Beetlejuice was really upset. He knocked the recorder out of my hand. And he's like, yeah, Howard was yelling at you to stay away from him. He was? She just looked like a deer in the headlights when she came back.
I smelled somebody looking for hazard pay.
Beetlejuice said he wanted to come on my face. No, Lisa, we have the tape. He actually said that he likes turtles.
For her offense, she couldn't hear Howard.
Oh, Mike in Canada.
No, he said, come on my face. No, he said, I like turtles. Well, whatever. I'm just going to take this to human resources.
Mike in Canada, welcome to the wrap-up show, which you can hear on Howard 100, Howard 101, and Sirius Internet Radio. How you doing, Mike?
Hey, man. This is Mark, not Mike.
Oh, sorry.
Doesn't matter. Anyway, it's for Artie. Artie, you shouldn't have to listen to any of that crap about how to spend your money. It's your money. You should do what the hell you want with it.
I agree with you, brother. Here.
And then the other thing, too, is, Artie, please come to Canada. Come to Toronto. We're dying to see you up here.
I love Toronto. I've been to Toronto. It's been 10 years since I've been to Toronto. We shot Dirty Work in Toronto the summer of '97.
That's a great city.
I lived there for 2 months.
Did you?
I lived there for 2 months shooting Dirty Work in a nice hotel. I went to Blue Jay games. It was the summertime. Little Italy there. The food is great. I love Toronto, dude. For the 10th anniversary of shooting Dirty Work, I think MGM's going to spend a lot of money and send us up there.
Canada's got the best titty bars, too.
Oh, and Toronto, on Yonge Street in Toronto is where I with Canadian money, lured a chick back to my hotel. She blew me, and I thought, again, I was some operator, and after I counted all the goose Canadian money, I gave her $600. I said to Norm, I go, this chick blew me. I picked up a stripper. He goes, no, you did. I go, yeah, I did. I didn't give her that much money. He goes, and I told him what I gave her, and I checked my pocket. He goes, you gave her like $600. She would have built a deck for you.
Have you ever been in the casinos up there?
No.
I've been in what's the one that's right on the other side of Detroit? Windsor.
Windsor.
I went to Windsor. You're sitting there playing, and you spend so much time calculating what the money actually means. I was like, okay, I've got 6 geese and a duck and a queen.
You have no respect for the money.
Exactly.
It's like there's no president, no regal thing. It's like it's a goose and a duck and it's green and yellow. And
I'm literally going. I have $200 Canadian money. That's at the current exchange rate. I think I've got $159.80. You know, you don't know what you have.
The per diem, you get per diem for the film, and it was all in Canadian money. And the first night there, I won $2,000 off Norm playing 9-ball in a pool hall, and he paid me in Canadian money. I needed a wheelbarrow for the thing, and then I had to convert it, which was a huge pain in the ass.
Let's go to Tommy in New York. Hey, Tommy.
Hey, how you doing? Yeah, I just wanted to talk about Beetle for a sec.
Sure.
I think he's cracking from the pressure of the business. You know, I mean, you guys get paid a lot of money for what you do, and you know, I work in the TV industry, and it's a stress. And part of what makes it easier is getting paid well. I don't think Beetle's getting.
Beetle is under no stress, my friend. Beetle doesn't know what stress is. I mean, he might be upset because there are some things that he's used to in his daily routine that are changing. But I don't believe Beetle's stressed out by the business.
Okay.
And what do you do in the business?
I'm an editor. I work, post-production, TV production.
Good.
Cool. Thanks for calling.
One other question. I got a question for Richard.
Uh-huh.
Richard, my name, my screen name is Black Cookie Puss, and I sent in to you some Bowie songs.
Yeah, I remember those. Yeah.
Did you, by any chance, play them for Gary, or were they just no good for the show?
I think I did play a few of them. We got a few on deck that we're probably going to play in the next.
Jamie
few
Foxx
days.
is in the house.
Hey.
All right, later, guys.
Wrap-up show guest Jamie Foxx. Think we can lure him out of that press conference that's happening
How
next
great
door?
would it be if we had him on twice on the wrap-up show? Howard's yet to get him here.
All right, let's make an effort to get Jamie Foxx, Jim.
JD, press him. Come on, moon the Jamie. Be a legend. Moon the Jamie Foxx press conference.
That's Richard Christie's deal.
That'd be great. Aren't you JD from the AVN Awards?
Yeah, I just stood up there with Carrot Top.
Let's go to Bob in Easton, Pennsylvania. Hey, Bob, welcome to the wrap-up show. Bob, you there? Bob is gone.
Too bad. I wanted to ask about the Larry Holmes Museum.
And the Crayola Factory.
You ever been to Easton, Pennsylvania? That's a depressing town.
Yes,
man.
it is.
Ooh.
Josh in Kentucky, welcome to the wrap-up show.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Richard, why aren't you going to be in Louisville at the Headliners gig?
I don't know. You know, a few of these gigs are kind of smaller gigs, and they don't put as many people on them.
Are you getting too big for some of the shows?
No, I just some of the towns they have different people on, and that was one that I happened not to be on.
If Beetlejuice dies before that gig, can I get my money back? Because I don't give a shit about seeing Bob Levy or Shuley.
You have to take that up with Ticketmaster.
Yes, so you can get your money back.
All right, thanks for the call there in Kentucky. I think we just got some tape of Beetle and Lisa G. Can you pop it in there, Teddy?
You betcha.
What? You've been on the show. I'm a reporter for the...
So make sure I have that for the show tomorrow.
Lisa.
You heard it. He said, I want to come on your face.
Lisa, have you recovered? Are you doing all right?
Yeah. Look, I was busy editing back in the newsroom, so I didn't know really how severe his depression was, and that he was upset from the moment he walked in with Greg's TV camera. And then I got back there. There was Greg's camera, another TV camera, and then my microphone. So he saw that and he just lost it.
Paparazzi will get you every time.
Lisa's still trying to process Richie Baronson's amazing win in the cookie contest.
Who's Richie Baronson?
He's the installer stars.
Oh, whatever.
All right. Thank you, Lisa.
Well, anything for the show, guys.
Lisa, did you get a Jamie Foxx exclusive
No,
out there?
I can't wait.
He's right over there.
I know. I'm out here.
Lisa's the official Howard Stern reporter to African Americans. You know that?
I'm going to make believe I'm part of the camera crew so I can get some of that 𝗦𝘁𝗲𝗿.
All right, have fun.
Rob in Syracuse, you're on the wrap-up show.
How you doing, guys?
What's up, Rob?
Actually, if you listen back to that tape, I think he was saying, I want it doer dwarf style. Hey, Artie.
Yeah.
Are you wearing those glasses in the studio there? Is it you to Howard? Or
I'm wearing them right now, and I figured since Howard does it, he looks better on the TV than I do. I figured I'd go for it.
You know, I kind of figured with all the shit he was giving you, it was kind of a, look what kind of a dork you look like wearing them. I'm going to wear them too.
No, Howard actually pulls it off. I think, I don't know. I look like Fat Elvis right now, and there's no getting around
They really are borderline TCB glasses.
But I'll tell you what, I like these. I must have no taste because I love these $9 glasses. I do.
I love them too.
They're big. They're like the Mary-Kate Ashley Olsen type glasses that they wear in the National Enquirer.
They're less than the Salvador Raphael glasses.
Yes. I get a constant laugh now out of JD. He looks at you, he just goes, he just looks at him.
JD, you a fan of those glasses?
I love them. You're just wearing 24/7.
Artie, do me a favor. I actually got an email today. Somebody was asking, do you know the brand of those glasses? Somebody said they like the way they cover your face, and they'd like to get the same glasses.
It's interesting because I do. I have a fat face, and I need a wider thing, which is why I went for this. No, I don't.
Where'd you get them, by the way?
In Tampa, in the gift shop.
Oh yeah,
right there where I got the fruity,
the continental,
the fruity bathing suit.
Lou in Alabama, welcome to the wrap-up show.
Hey, what's up, man? Long-time fan, Artie. I've been a fan of yours for years, man. And I actually wanted to talk to you guys about something that y'all were talked about yesterday. I really enjoyed the show. How all you guys were talking about music and guitar solos and stuff, and Artie and Fred, I think, mentioned a couple to me obscure guitar players and stuff like that. And I was wondering, you guys ever thought about maybe putting together the Artie list, the Baba Booey list, music that we could kind of get our hands on ourselves that introduce us to, that we might otherwise not know about.
We barely got Howard to do the actual list of people you've heard of.
You mean obscure? I don't know. I don't know if I mentioned that. I mean, Fred and Gary would probably have better knowledge.
Yes. Yngwie Malmsteen.
You know what I mean?
Hey, he rules.
Like you said, Artie was saying well, I would put this on a list, or I would think this is great. That kind of thing.
Well, Molly Hatchet and the Outlaws are two Southern rock bands that I love.
Do you actually know Molly Hatchet's guitar player's name? I'm just curious.
No.
I'll just be curious.
I know. I just know Danny Joe Brown.
Yeah. And I hate to show your Cheerios a little bit more today, Artie, but I picked up that Artie Lange's Beer League or whatever. How much airbrushing did they have to do on you on the cover of that, man?
I know, dude. Actually, I was thinner back then, but hey, what do you want? They all do it in Hollywood, I'm telling you.
Hey, man, to hell with everybody. You do what you want. I'm a paisan. You eat, you screw, you do drugs. Do whatever the hell you want to do because it makes you great, and spend your money and just be great, man. Hell with everybody.
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks for the call, Lou, down in Alabama.
I'm gonna be great.
Let's go to Jim over in Harrisburg. Hey, Jim.
Hey, how you doing? How you guys doing today?
We're doing all right. What's on your mind?
Well, I heard Robin a while back bought a house or apartment with a swimming pool, and she couldn't swim, about to drown.
Right.
So how could she say something about Artie buying a house when she buys one can't even swim with a pool?
That's an interesting point. She did. She bought a house. And the first summer she was in there, she had one of those mats that float. When you see people laying on their back with a drink in it, and she would use that to swim across the pool, and it got away from her.
Yeah.
She said she went down. This is crazy because really Robin could have drowned. No kidding around. And she went down. She got up once. She went down a second time. And she said out of the corner of her eye, she saw the sparkling metal of the steps. Right. And she was able to grab onto that, but she said she almost drowned.
I love how this guy makes a point there. I love how Howard thinks me buying my first home is a waste of money, but him buying Robin her 9th car was perfectly fine.
Mike in Philly, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, guys, what's going on? Huge fan of the show. Wanted to say a couple things. Real quick, hey, Artie, we just got our tickets for the Luxor and for the Borgata to see your show. So,
oh, you're a good man. I owe you one.
That's right. We'll do a shot at Jackless. We'll call it even.
You got it.
All right, man. Yo, Gary, did you forget Sal's wife's name when you called her?
No, it's Christine.
I know, because it sounded like you were like, hey, this is,
No, you know what? You know what? I was a little bit nervous because I assumed Sal was going to pick up, and when you have somebody you can't put them on the air without letting them know. So I wanted to let her know right away we were on the air. That's why I was fumbling a little bit.
Oh, that's cool. I got you. Now, one more thing. I'll let you guys. I have a boss, kind of like Artie was saying. Once you get to know a boss for a while,
right,
I can say whatever I want to him, and it's interesting, and it's pretty cool because I work real well with him. I tell him to go for himself, do whatever I want, and it's cool because, like Artie said, you get to, and we never get to see that side of Howard because we only see him as like from the fan stand, we don't get to see him as like, the boss. You know what I mean? Does that make any sense?
To Howard's credit, ever since I started working here, he's like, Art, don't look at me as a boss. Don't look at me as a celebrity. It's hard to do when a guy's like your hero, like he was to me. But I finally got over that. And I think Howard likes the genuine reaction way better. I think, I've become friends with everybody here, and I'm happy to be their friend. It's a great bunch of people, and it makes on air way easier for me, definitely.
Anthony in Fort Lauderdale, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, guys, what's happening? Long-time listener. Love you, love Sirius. I just got a choice with a brand-new company call. I'm a sales rep, and my boss gave me a choice, either satellite radio or GPS. I took the satellite radio, and I love it.
That's a big choice. Thank you.
Yeah, you can figure out where you're going. That's all right.
Yeah, it was great. I can always figure out where I'm going. And, Artie, I just bought a house, dumped a ton of money into it, and it's all worth it. So if you really want it, go for it. Because let me tell you, it's looking great.
Well, Eddie Murphy at Bubble Hill. I'm going to, seriously, if I get a house, I'm getting a big plaque. Trouble Hill. That's it, buddy. Nothing but whores.
Gary, what did you think of the Gary Garver interview with Pesci today?
I loved it. First of all, you guys should know that I cut that down from 7 minutes and 20 seconds to a little bit over 3 minutes. So it was a very long interview. Joe Pesci, I would love to play it somewhere. Like, it just wasn't right for our show. I would love to play it somewhere. But Joe Pesci went into this really interesting thing when Gary Garver asked him if he ever used the N-word. And Pesci went into this whole thing about not only has he never used it, but he hates when people use derogatory words for Italians. Like, and at one point he wouldn't even say the words, and then finally he admitted that he doesn't like the word guinea or dago. That offends him, and he thinks it's wrong to use those words. And he was just loving hanging around talking to Gary. I love that Gary Garver goes up to him, and you literally feel like you're talking to the guy from Goodfellas.
Yeah, that's great. The interview was great.
And it's good for actors to be like him, too. Like, he's so cool. You want to go and support him. And, as a Stern fan, I always love actors that are willing to talk like that. And like Sharon Stone is so uptight. I would never go see one of her movies because she just turns me off from those interviews.
I agree. After that interview, I'm going to go buy The Super on DVD. And Gone Fishing.
I don't know what Pesci's financial state is, but he really appears to be one of those guys.
He's rich.
Has made his money. And is just having a great life and just, doesn't need to really put up any sort of a weird front. He is who he is.
The Lethal Weapon movies alone, he probably had a few mil put away. And Home Alone, there you go. He was in all those, and he just made movie after movie forever.
The thrill of my life was I went with Howard to one of those MTV parties early on. It was at Ruby Foo's up on the Upper West Side. I was drunk out of my mind, and, 𝗦𝗵cie 𝗄𝗿𝗱, all these celebrities were there. And I walked into the bathroom, and Pesci's peeing right next to me, and he just looked at me and he goes, "Hey!" Like, that's that guy from that show. I was like thrilled.
We have an angry caller from Easton, Pennsylvania. Richard, you're on the wrap-up show.
Artie said it sucked. I just said Larry Holmes was from there.
Why are you saying it sucks?
I opened up for Norm Macdonald in probably summer of '98 at some theater right in downtown Easton, Pennsylvania. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like a 1,500-seat theater?
Yes.
And, it was nighttime and driving through, I don't know, maybe we were in the bad part of town. It didn't seem...
I think it's a big college town. There's a lot of partying going on.
I thought it was more of
Lafayette.
I thought it was like an industrial town.
Yeah.
No, you got some big schools here, Lehigh and Lafayette.
But aside from the schools, what's the big thing for Easton?
Allentown?
The Easton Assassin.
Right.
Crayola Factory. Come on, you all brought your kids here to Easton to see the Crayola Factory?
I drove past it on my way to Sesame Place.
Was Dixie there from the Dixie Cup? Like, did that used to be there, that factory?
That's correct.
A guy was able
That's
to
about
score...
5 minutes from my office.
right outside the theater, though, a guy was able to score me some hash.
That could be true down there. It is a bad neighborhood, just like.
No,
hey,
that's
look,
a good neighborhood.
What's wrong with the Capitol Theater down in Passaic? It had a bad neighborhood too.
Oh, did anybody ever see something at the Capitol Theater in Passaic?
I haven't, but I know Springsteen did a big show there.
He did. I saw Rodney Dangerfield there.
Thank you.
Hey, look who's coming to join us.
Thanks for the call.
Oh, it's Jamie Foxx.
Yeah. Jamie Foxx. Welcome back, Jamie. How you doing?
Back. I'm up.
So you got your own channel?
Yeah, man.
And what are you gonna do on it?
Go crazy. Absolutely go crazy, man. I you know what? It's like we sit up at the crib. I got a little studio at my house where I told you this before. I do my little records, but we have like every comic in the world that comes to my house. It's like a comic, like, how would you say it? Like a group home or whatever like that. But all of the ideas that we've had for like the past, 10, 15 years, the stuff that didn't get on in Living Color, the stuff that they wouldn't let you do, on TV. Now we're going to create like this radio, like theater, you know what I'm saying? Where all of the guys that I run into from like, the guys that writing, jokes for MTV or writing jokes for wherever we go. Now we get a chance to just really like wild out.
And it's going to be guys doing stand-up too?
It's really limitless. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I've had, like one day I had Little Kim in my house. And I have this actually, I had Little Kim in my house, and I would ask her questions about politics. About something that has nothing to do with what she does, and okay, well, let me tell you what the hell is going on, and you get that, or you'll get like, I will have people at my house and talk about things that they don't, that they don't normally, you wouldn't normally think that they would know anything about or whatever. So things like that, getting people to just come on, with all the different friends that I got now after the Oscars. Come holler at me and see, all them friends. Come on, since you sucking up to me. Why don't you come over here and work a little bit and that type of thing. So it's gonna be a ball, man.
Who's somebody that I might hear on the channel that I would never expect to hear? I
don't know. It's just everybody. I'm literally gonna have it cracking everywhere I go. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna have my little, microphone with me and everything. So anybody, man, and I want to see Eddie wild out a little bit. Eddie Murphy, because we was at the Golden Globe. I'm waiting for Eddie to just bust loose and give me something that's, you know what I'm saying? So I just want to, because like when I see like my comedian legends, they kind of cleaned up now. They kind of, got the nice house and behind the walls. What's going on behind them walls? Let's see what's going on. So all of those people, man, I'm gonna hit them up.
I think Eddie spent a very long time trying to make sure that you don't know what goes on behind those walls.
Well, we're gonna find out with everything and everybody, man. So it's just, this is it. This is the hot.
And it's serious. You could say whatever you want.
Anything you want to say, man. And that's what's good for us, because like I said, the censorship as a comedian, or as a guy that just wants to, to just get out there and just do it, it's tough. So now we got a chance to just let go.
So the channel's called The Foxhole. Channel 106.
Yeah.
And it debuts this spring.
Yeah. Go hard or go home.
What's up, Benji?
No, will you guys be doing the straw in the ass, blowing the air into the straw in the ass bit?
The what now?
He doesn't know. Jamie, I do have to ask you a question because I'm curious about it. The whole, ignore him.
I guess not.
The whole Michael Richards N-word thing.
Yeah.
Will the N-word be banned from your channel?
No, not at all. I need that word. I mean, and because it's a cultural thing, it's like, I would tell people, like, even in my set, I said, don't let Kramer mess up something good for us, man. It's like, he was just bad. He was just bad at what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? And for a lot of people, they was trying to come shut the comics down. You can't say the N-word. I need that word to describe certain things. So we gonna talk about all of that on our show. Ain't nothing, it ain't nothing that you can't do on our show.
Jamie, any message for Howard or Robin? Because I know they're listening.
Come holler at me, man. I'll come down and hang out with y'all. Come holler at me a little bit, man. And let's really go nuts. Because we're gonna go hard. It's gonna be tough. They're gonna be like, man, Jay, what are you doing over there?
We gotta get Robin over to Jamie's house and let's hear tape of that.
At the house, he can get her on the Serbian. I'm telling you, man.
Well, good luck with the channel.
Thanks,
Thank
man.
you for stopping by.
I'm gonna come holler at you anytime, man. Holler at your boy, man.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jamie. That's the Foxhole on Sirius 106 coming this spring. Jamie going next door to do his press thing. Thanks, Jamie.
Next. That's silly.
You're doing the spray tan.
Yeah, it's all
I
normal.
understand that, losing weight and wanting to look better for your woman.
Yeah, I think I have been. And then
totally
this came out like a weird way, so I feel bad about it.
But are you fearful that you're going to do other things now?
No, this is like I just didn't have a chance to wash it off.
Get it away.
Ben, did you drop this?
That's a nice beard.
Yeah. No, dude.
That's a nice beard.
Looks like he fell asleep.
Oh, he's coloring his hair.
He won't face the camera for his interview.
Oh, my God. Just get interviewed.
We'll see you, man.
Take care.
No, he's just got to. They want you with
Mr. Kevin Nealon.
Yes, sir.
How are you today?
Pretty good, thanks. How are you?
Not bad, not bad.
Stop, walk.
Oh, you can just keep walking.
Keep walking.
Throws me off. So I can do the back then. You're right this way, right this way.
Oh, sorry, man.
So what's new with you?
Well, I'm doing a lot of stand-up comedy, as always, because I'm doing a special coming up. I'm taping it in February for Showtime. And it's going to be an hour special, so I'm working on the road trying to get more material together. I only need like another 55 more minutes.
That's it?
Yeah, and then I'm good.
Oh, you're pretty much at the finish line.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, what better place to promote and speak freely than right here?
Well, it is a good place to promote it. I'm also at Caroline's this week, so I'm throwing that out there, giving that a shout out, as they say. And the shirt is new, but that's about it. That's all that's new. Weeds got picked up for another season.
Awesome, I love that.
Hopefully
show.
I'll get picked up.
You better. They're one of my favorite parts of that show.
Is that right?
Yes.
Thank you, I appreciate that. I like to hear that more often.
You're one of my favorite parts of that show.
Still not enough.
I'll get the rest of the guys.
Yeah, if you can get a few more people, throw that out there.
All right, man. Good luck with Howard.
Thank
today.
you. Thanks a lot. Looking forward to it.
All right, Mr. Nealon.
Is he here? Oh.
Wow. Said he had trouble sleeping because he's getting up to piss all the time. I was like,
I got to talk to him about that.
Yeah.
That's a Sarno thing.
Right.
Sarno writes about frequent urination in his book.
It's a mental thing?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And you start getting stressed out about it, and then it feeds on itself, and it actually.
That makes sense.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Right.
It's just, I mean, it's a real symptom.
You become obsessed with it, though, kind of. That
Yeah.
You're gonna. That makes sense. He has a 4-year-old son, which is always funny because he's like 58 years old.
Is that easy married? Is that his first wife?
I'm not sure. I think it is. He plays banjo and guitar. And he's jammed a lot with Steve Martin on banjo. He says he wanted to play the banjo after watching Deliverance. He says Adam Sandler always puts him in his movies and always gives him an embarrassing part. He didn't find out his part in Jack and Jill had been cut out until he went to the premiere.
Oh, that's so great.
All right.
That's good enough. You know what's a good piece of information? This whole idea that he went out with Jan Hooks while he was on the show.
Yeah. He said it sounded like it was very awkward.
Yeah, that's got to be great. Kevin, are you strong enough to be my man?
How tall he is.
Kevin's as tall as I am, I think.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing. Lucky man. Hey now. Well, how you doing?
Hey now, buddy. Good.
Hey now.
Do I shake your hand? Are you afraid of germs? I don't know. Forget about it. I know she's afraid of germs.
You're not afraid of germs?
You know, I probably should be because, you know, I travel a lot and, you know, I don't like getting sick. So.
Do you like? I imagine because you were on Saturday Night Live and you're on Weeds and everyone knows you, people want to shake your hand, right? Is that
they
true?
Do.
They
yeah.
do. And
yeah.
you do it. You shake their hand.
I do it. But I always wash my hands. Like if I'm at a club and I'm meeting a lot of people, immediately I'll wash my hands. I'll have the Purell.
You're a friendly guy.
I'm a friendly guy. I go out and I see the people.
You know, I was reading about you, and they were talking about how you love to play banjo, that you saw the movie Deliverance, and that actually inspired you to play banjo.
You related to that character?
Yeah. He was the only guy who got inspired by that character. And so, because you play banjo, you got to play banjo with Steve Martin, the great comic Steve Martin.
Yeah.
But he's one of those guys, from what I can tell, that he doesn't sit there and shake anybody's hand. He won't sign an autograph. He won't do anything like that. He's serious business, right? I mean, he doesn't fuck around.
I think the guy's a genius.
He is.
You know, I mean, he does everything he does great. Like now he's on tour playing banjo.
Right.
And he's probably, since the last time I sat down and played with him, he's probably, you know, so much better.
I hate the banjo so much.
I do too. I just like playing it.
Yeah,
really?
I hate
You don't
hearing
like
it.
listening it.
But you don't you don't go out and buy banjo records, do
No.
you? And stuff? No, it's like ridiculous.
That one song did it for me, and I sat in my room for like
that one, yeah.
And I never learned to play it anyway. And I used to sit in my room and then, you know, in my car just practicing because nobody likes to hear it. You know, so you have to muffle it with like socks and stuff.
Is it intimidating when like Steve Martin is inviting you to play banjo with him? Like, do you feel pressure?
Yeah, there is pressure.
Yeah,
but he's very understanding, and most banjo players are understanding. They're just happy that anybody else would play the banjo and sit down with them.
Where did you play the banjo with? Like, do you go to his house and play banjo with him?
Yeah, he came to my birthday party. We played. And,
are you good friends?
Yeah,
did you become friends on Saturday Night Live?
We became friends on Roxanne, right. The movie Roxanne. I played drunk number 2.
Right. And so you got to know him, and you go, hey, Steve, I play banjo.
Well, here's the thing. I've always been a huge fan of Steve Martin.
Right. Me too.
So, you know, when I got to play a very small part in that movie Roxanne, I was just thrilled. I was so excited.
Right.
And then I got on Saturday Night Live, and he kept coming on and doing those shows. So I got to know him a little bit from that.
Right.
And just over the years, we had common interests, and we started playing the banjo together. And
so you hang with him. And
so
you
the
play
only
banjo.
reason you keep up with the banjo is Steve Martin.
It's right. I mean, it's
I think it is actually. I would probably have gotten rid of it a long time ago.
But you want to be friends with Steve Martin.
Yeah.
Can a banjo get you laid at all? I mean, not really, right?
Not by anybody that's not mentally challenged. But here's the thing, Howard. Whatever I do, it's never really good. I play a little. I play the guitar a little bit and the banjo.
Me too.
And
I'm bad at everything.
Anybody that comes in the room with a guitar or a banjo, they're always better than me.
Right.
Same with like golf. I play golf a little bit, and comedy. I do stand up, but
you muddle through it.
Yeah, I muddle through it. But whenever I go to a club or something, or I watch somebody on TV, I go, "Oh man, they're so much better than me."
Do you think you are like a type B? In other words, hey, I'm not going to work that hard at anything. I'm just going to relax and take it easy.
My father tells me I got to slow down because I'm working too hard.
Yeah.
But I say, Dad, I'm on a plane. I'm in the hotel waiting to do things. I'm like never working.
Right.
But he thinks because I'm always going places, I'm working all the time.
Yeah. But you got to memorize scripts and stuff when you do Weeds and,
Yeah.
And also you are a writer. I mean, you're a smart guy. I admire you. You're doing Weeds now. You got that all lined up. But you're thinking ahead. When they cancel this Weeds, what the hell am I going to do? So you're busy. You're writing another sitcom, right?
Yes.
Right? You're busy with that.
I love the way you guys operate here. I know exactly what's going on.
What's going on?
Gary comes into the green room. Gary comes into the green room. It kind of checks out the guests, makes sure that they're cool. They're not going to flip out on you.
Right.
He finds out kind of what's going on. And then after about 5 minutes, he'll go.
He disappears.
He says, "I got to make sure everything's on track in the other room." And I told Greg, my friend that drove me over, he goes, "He's going to tell Howard what's going on."
It's no secret. No, you said you were working on a sitcom.
That's right.
You're presently writing a sitcom.
Well, Weeds has been on for 7 seasons now.
Right.
So we just got picked up for season 8. And
that's beautiful.
That's a great run, yeah.
It's a good run.
Can you make any money at Weeds? No.
I never make money either. That's the other thing. Everybody's making more money than me.
Like on Saturday Night Live, they don't pay you a fortune.
No.
You're part of an ensemble.
Yeah.
So then you get off Saturday Night Live, and then you go to Weeds, and you think, okay, but then they tell you, look, we're just a cable channel. We can't pay you a lot.
Everybody's crying poor.
Everyone's crying poor. When are you going to get your payday?
If I get a film, it's always like, this is Favored Nations.
What does Favored Nations mean?
I don't know what nation they're talking about, but it's,
what does that mean when they tell you?
It means apparently everybody gets the same amount. But then again, you don't know about the bonuses the other people are getting.
Right. Big back end deals.
Yeah.
Are you a millionaire?
I guess, yeah. Technically, I'm a millionaire.
But you don't.
I mean, you can't afford your house. I'm beginning to worry.
Well, most people think that when you do Weeds for 8 seasons,
you're getting a lot of money.
Oh, hey, okay, this guy's all set up. But
well,
you're right.
if I was investing properly, I'd probably have a lot of money.
Right. Well, what do you invest in? I mean, there's nothing, right? I mean, everything.
Banjos,
because real estate is gone, and
I know I just invest in my house. I just keep paying off the mortgage.
Right. And meanwhile, everyone's going bankrupt. And
I know, and then the whole country's going to fold. And you think, why did I pay off my house?
Who are you going to sell it to?
Someone had a theory that you're actually selling pot. You learned that on Weeds.
You really are doing that.
All right. So
I love Robin and my wife are just crazy about. Robin and my wife.
What are you talking
about?
My
wife's name. Susan and my wife are so crazy about Robin. We were just talking about that last night.
Yeah.
She said, I really like Robin. I said, so do I.
Why? But not better than me, I hope.
Not better. No, in a different way.
Oh, good.
It's
okay.
different.
Yeah, I would be devastated if your wife liked Robin better than me on this show.
No, but Robin would be like. She would be a good wife because she's so supportive.
Oh, she would be.
I listen to you guys, and whatever you say, she's like embraces it, supports it.
When Robin is on your team, I'm going to because in case you have any single friends, because I'm a big advocate of Robin finding love.
I don't know that I'd be a good wife.
But listen, stop it. Everyone's working on getting you settled down.
There's got to be something going on where she's not hooked up with somebody.
There's something going on with her. I'm going to tell you exactly what it is, and I want to get back to you in a minute. But you bring up a good point because I know you have single friends and you have friends who are very high-powered people.
But I don't really have anybody that I think is good enough for anybody.
Who do you think could Robin go out with out of all your friends?
Well, she should be with like an investor guy.
Right.
No celebrity.
That's what I said. Tyra Banks' boyfriend is a banker. And that's who she should have. Well, I'm trying. But she won't break up.
He hasn't broken up with Tyra yet.
Robin is a fabulous woman. And I used to say, maybe there's something about her I don't know, like she has a penis or something. You know what I mean?
That could be a drawback.
I mean, at this point, she should be married. She would be a fabulous wife for one reason. She is loyal, and when she's on your team, she's terrific. She's a teammate. You understand?
I understand.
I know better than anyone. Robin, act like you're not here.
No. But
and
you
let me
would be
say
lost without her, right?
Absolutely. So, I feel it's time for love. Now, why doesn't Robin have love? I'll tell you why. She fights it. She fights love.
She doesn't trust it.
She doesn't
She's been hurt before.
She was hurt by her mother and father.
You should never date your mother and father.
Well, she dated her father.
Stop it.
I mean, she went out with him romantically. I mean, against her will.
Do you guys ever hang out like outside of work?
Sometimes. We're going to a party next week. I'm throwing.
Okay.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
Not often, but sometimes.
Yeah.
Robin, have you ever met somebody that you really wanted to be with, but
beside me? You mean?
Aside from
Besides Howard, because he was taken. Yes.
She has.
And
we were together for 10 years.
Oh.
I was part of that.
That's where she was hurt. You were part of that?
Yeah, I mean, I knew the guy. I knew
whose fault was it?
His. Honestly, yeah. I could honestly say his. Okay? All right. Anyway, listen. I work with her, not that guy.
Yeah.
All right, listen. Let me get back to you for a second. All right. Yeah. Forget Robin for a minute.
That's right. Get off me.
But really, if you do know a single guy who's terrific,
I will.
I will keep that in mind.
Well, thank you. I appreciate
He has
that.
high-powered friends.
Really?
Yeah. Well,
but they all have history.
They're all bums. It's true. Whenever someone says to me, "Do you know someone?" I go, "Oh, I know people, but they're horrible."
Oh boy.
I mean, I know terrible people.
Yeah.
They're worse than me.
It's like when we were trying to find a godfather for our son.
You couldn't do it.
It was like, yeah, but that guy drinks a lot. This guy's too religious. You know what I mean?
Did you ever actually find one? No.
We're still looking.
You're still looking.
Yeah.
How old
Child's
is your son?
in
4?
college.
He'll be 5.
You have a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
Soon he'll be 5.
Is that where you out, or are you?
You know what?
How old are you now?
I'm 58.
You're 58. You're like my age. I'm 50-something, about to turn 58.
Yeah. No, we're so similar.
Yeah, and so
we're same age. I think we've had kind of the same background.
So what were you all of a sudden in your 50s? You decided to have a kid?
I was 52.
I mean,
I didn't decide. It just happened. It was time.
Was it an accident?
No.
No, it was time. That was your
time.
first marriage?
Second.
That's your second marriage?
Second marriage,
Did you have kids in your first marriage?
No.
No. So
No.
this was the first time you were a dad?
This is the first time I was at. And I always wanted kids, and I always knew I would have kids. And so I met this woman. In fact, here's how I met my wife.
Right.
I was doing a talk show, a pilot for a talk show for
Was
a
it
friend.
your own-
It
your
wasn't
own
my
show?
own.
Oh,
No.
okay, yeah.
It was the John Henson talk show pilot.
Right.
And at the time, I was hosting a show called The Conspiracy Zone. And I go over to the Sony lot, and I go into the makeup room, and there's this girl sitting in the makeup chair. She's the comedic fashion correspondent, and she's waiting to go on, and you can tell she's bored.
Right.
And she's sitting there, and then
she's hot.
And she's hot.
Yeah.
And I go over to my makeup artist, and loud enough for her to hear, I said, you always hear about single women adopting kids. Can a single guy adopt a kid?
Brilliant. You are.
Oh, that's great.
You're a genius.
Like the makeup woman would know the answer to this question.
Yeah, I wasn't even talking to the makeup woman.
Because you knew that being a sensitive guy, that would just melt her heart.
If she wanted that.
And every woman wants that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant.
I don't think every woman wants that.
Is that you see, that's a pickup line that doesn't appear to be a pickup line.
Right, and you're not even addressing her.
Yeah. Right.
It's an overheard conversation.
Yes. But I didn't want to waste any time.
Right. Does she get up and go, oh my God, hello, let me introduce myself?
No, she didn't. But I'm not good at moving in on the women. I have no moves. That was my best move ever. It
worked one time.
Yeah.
I know.
So we hung out for a while, and we just made each other laugh. And I invited her out for a drink with the rest of the people afterwards. She said no, she had to get up early.
Did it take you forever to bang her, or that's your wife? Oh my God, what a doll! Look at her. Look at that picture right up there.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, she's
a much
gorgeous.
younger woman than you.
She is. She's. I'm telling you, we have similar backgrounds.
Wow.
She's
what a
about
body.
17 years younger than me.
Oh, that's perfect.
So you could still have a kid. I know you don't want any because you have a couple already.
I do, and I would be worn out. I think.
I don't think so. You have a lot of energy.
Do you wheel the kid around? And I'm looking at
he's not crippled.
Let me look at your wife. She is a stunning woman.
She's gorgeous, and she's sweet. She's from Nashville, so she's got a little bit of that twang,
Oh my God! Is that after the baby? She looked that good?
This is during the baby right now.
Wow.
No. This is.
Seriously.
I think I'm not sure what event that's at. But
Fred, what do you think of her?
She's hot.
Yeah.
What's her first name?
Her name is Susan Yeagley. She kept the last name.
She wouldn't take your name?
That's actually how we have sex. We pull our cheek back.
How immature am I? So you decided to have a kid, and you're saying you're not worn out from this? I mean...
Well, there's times when I'm worn out.
Don't you need me time?
Do you know what time I go to bed at night?
What time do you go to bed?
8:30.
Yeah, join the club. You don't have to get up that early, do you?
No, but I get up like at 4:30 or 5 because he comes in and wakes us up.
But does she insist that you do equal amounts of work with the kid and
Well, yeah, we are kind of a team like that.
Oh, good Lord. No, I'm sorry.
But Beth probably would just do everything.
I would think so, but
it's just too late for you, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's too late for me to get to the party.
Yeah.
So let me understand something. When you talk about dating and things.
Yeah.
When you were on Saturday Night Live, I mean, you've talked about this before. You were dating Jan Hooks, who was one of your co-comedians on there. Yeah.
Probably one of the best comedic sketch player I've ever worked with or known.
And then you guys break up during Saturday Night Live.
Yeah. I had known her for 6 years prior. You know, we were good friends.
How do you become romantic with someone after knowing them for 6 years? Like, were you trying for 6 years to get in her pants?
I was, initially, I met her on an audition.
Right.
And I was really attracted to her. And I don't know exactly what happened after that, but I think we ran into each other again, and we became friends. We became really good friends, and we would go to happy hours.
She didn't want you romantically.
No.
And like you were like, hey, let's hook up, and she was like, no way.
Yeah, but again, I am not a quick mover like that.
Right.
You know, I'll just hang around forever and kind of try to pick up vibes, you know.
Right.
And
so had you lusted after her for 6 years?
Yeah. But we became good friends too, and we really had good times together. And we laughed, and in my head, I was always saying, why can't we be more than this? You know.
Right.
I mean, I should have told her that.
Right. And she seemed oblivious to it. She was like, oh.
No, she knew. She knew, I think. And so we would go to happy hours together, and we'd have a blast. And then she goes, "Oh, time for me to go on my date." And I say, "Okay, take care."
Did that hurt more than anything when she'd say, "Time for me to go on my date"?
You know, initially maybe it did. It was so long ago; it's hard to remember. But I think after a while, I just thought, "Okay, take care." You know, I had a good time. You know, eventually she'll come around.
Wow.
I would be a great assassin because I can wait forever.
I have no patience for that. I can't handle the emotional aspect of that. It would be like if I give her 2 weeks, if she can't come around, forget it. I'm moving on. My self-esteem, because my self-esteem would be crushed. I can't hang out with a woman as a friend.
Yeah,
but
it's not like he's waiting for her. Weren't you dating other people? And...
No, he was waiting.
No, he was waiting.
I was just waiting. I was waiting in a car outside of her house, in my car. But yeah, my self-esteem was not that high either, you know. That's why I never did coke, because they bring it out in a mirror, and I don't like looking at myself.
You just didn't like looking at yourself in the mirror.
Yeah.
Listen to me.
Okay.
So the day comes, for some reason, after 6 years of knowing a girl, she decides she's going to go out with you.
Yeah.
What's the secret?
What changed?
Like, what changed?
Alcohol.
Was it alcohol? Were you drunk?
So.
And you banged her?
I think we both had a couple of drinks.
And you started fucking around?
Well, we started getting amorous that evening.
You slipped her the salon.
But you know what? Anytime you've been with somebody as a friend for a long time, and then it becomes something more than that, there is nothing quite like that.
Isn't it awkward, though, when you start fucking because
your
it's
friend?
like you've been like you've been friends for it's got to be. It's not good sex, right? It's at first. It's not. It can't be.
No, it's the best.
It is?
Yeah, because you know that person better than anybody.
I've never had sex with anybody I'm friends with, you know, so I'm learning from you. You're way more evolved than I am.
But you never did a lot of one-night stands, did you?
Yes.
Did you really?
Yeah, well, that's because they didn't want to be with me the second.
But as someone, you know, of your stature, when you go out and, like, in between your past wife and Beth.
I did one-night stands.
You did? So you had no problem with, like, groupies coming in?
No, I was horrible. I was a bad person.
Wow.
Yeah, I did the wrong thing. I made mistakes.
But if you had to do it again, you'd probably do the same thing.
No, I would not. I'd do it a whole different way. I would take my time, more like what you're saying. I admire that. I do. I admire what you're saying. I think it's demeaning to yourself and to the woman when you do a one-night stand. I really do. And I have daughters, and it's not right.
I think if you're going to do a one-night stand, you should at least do the walk of shame with them. You know, walk them back to their house and with both your heads down.
I never did that. I made them take that walk alone. That's what I'm talking about.
I wonder what the longest walk of shame has been.
You know, the walk of shame is an embarrassing thing, especially when you're coming out of my apartment. That's a real walk of shame. So
listen to me.
Yeah. So here's the thing.
I know whenever Howard wants to get into, like, you know, more stuff like that, he'll go, listen to me.
No, I want to understand something.
Okay.
When you first get the job on Saturday Night Live, that is such a big deal for a young comedian.
It's huge.
Huge. When you first get the call and they say you've got the job, do you then have dreams that you're going to be, I don't know, Chevy Chase or Belushi? Like, do you see your career becoming the biggest thing on the planet?
Like the door to show business is just
Right.
swung wide open.
Like, are you imagining all the movies and all of that? I mean, like, is it so remarkable?
I can write my own ticket.
What was the
dream? The dream was like something beyond that I could imagine. You know, I didn't know what the final dream was. I just knew I loved doing stand-up comedy. That's what I really wanted to do, is stand-up.
How come I never see you doing stand-up on TV? Seriously, I never see you in a comedy special. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why is that? Why are we not seeing that?
Have you seen Weeds?
No, I'm talking about your stand-up.
The stand-up, well, there's not a lot of outlets. I mean, I don't do stand-up on talk shows.
Right.
But I did have a special on Showtime that was running for a while.
I've
2
never
years
seen
ago.
that.
I'll get you a copy.
I want to see it.
Okay.
Was that what you did when you auditioned for Saturday Night Live?
I did stand-up, yeah.
You went up there, Lawrence standing there, a couple other guys.
Yeah.
The room is empty, and you went up and did stand-up.
I did stand-up because I was a stand-up. I didn't do characters or sketches.
Right.
But answering your question, that when I was told I was on the show, I didn't know what to expect. It happened so quickly, and I don't do sketches. I don't do characters, so I didn't really have high hopes.
When you did the audition, you didn't even think you'd even get the job.
Never
And,
thought I would get
and
it.
when you got the job, you thought, well, what the hell could come of this? Because I don't do sketches.
Right. That's right.
And does your whole family start to, like your parents and everything, do they start to go, oh, my God, my sons? I imagine the pressure is big because everyone's like, they're expecting you to walk on and be Belushi because your parents are probably like, oh, there he is. And then when you get in the writing meetings and stuff, all of a sudden, all that pressure hits you. I got to get on. I got to get on. I got to get on. It must be intense.
It is intense. But I never let it get to me because I knew that I liked the job and I wasn't looking at it as a stepping stone. I just thought, this is a great gig. I'm going to try and stay here as long as I can because I like living in New York.
Right.
I like working with all these people that come on the show. You know, get to hang out with, you know, musicians. And so when everybody else was coming on thinking, oh, you know, I got a score here, I was thinking, go for it. Go for it. You know, I'll just kind of hang back here a little bit, you know, be my...
Was there a jealous bone in your body when, like, a guy like, I don't know, like Sandler or when, I don't know who was on your years.
I was on with so many people, Howard.
You were there a long time.
I was there from '86. I came on with Phil Hartman and Dana Carvey. John Lovitz was there and Dennis Miller.
Would there be a jealousy? Like, let's say, you know, Phil Hartman gets a movie and it's big or something, or this one, would you say, oh, fuck, why isn't that me? I don't understand why they're getting that movie. Or like, oh, shit, that's making me look bad.
Yeah. Well, I think that's a common thought for a lot of performers.
Right.
You know, the thing of why isn't it me?
That's what I read about the original Saturday Night Live, that Belushi was irate that Chevy Chase was the breakout star that year. Because he was like, when we were working together all these years in Second City and stuff, Chevy wasn't a big deal. It was me. And Belushi felt he was entitled to this fame, that Chevy didn't deserve all this fame.
Well, I was just flying here last night, and, you know, they have the NBC thing on the plane.
Right.
And they were showing Jimmy Fallon interviewing Eddie Murphy.
Right.
And he was talking about how Nick Nolte didn't show up or had to cancel hosting, and so they made Eddie Murphy the host that week. And I was thinking, this very thing, I was thinking, boy, I wonder what the other cast members thought about that.
When all of a sudden Eddie Murphy was tapped to be the guest host.
Yeah. But for me, again, you know, I don't have a lot of jealousy. You know, I never thought I would be here to begin with. You know, I thought I'm really grateful for where I'm at right now.
Where'd you see your career going? Like, did you just think you'd always be on the road as a stand-up?
Stand-up is what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I didn't know about the other stuff, really. You know, I thought, you know, I'm not an actor. I've never acted before.
So who told you to audition for Saturday Night Live?
Well, Dana Carvey got kind of, he was on the show. He got the show that summer.
Right.
He was, you know, slated to do it that fall, and they were looking for another performer, so cast member. So he called me and said, hey, I told him about you. Why don't you send your tapes in?
Right.
Tapes of The Tonight Show and Letterman, things like that.
Right.
So I sent that in. And then, you know, they brought me in from that.
So great.
And, you know, and it happened so quickly. Like 4 days later, I was in, you know, after they saw my audition, you know, they flew me in. And then a week later, they said, you got the show. And then I showed up.
Amazing.
I didn't even tell a lot of my friends. You know, I didn't have time.
Do you start to size up all the other talent and form alliances so that you do get on every week?
It's kind of like prison.
Is it though?
Yeah, yeah.
Seriously,
You
join
pick
a
a gang.
Yeah, like when you see
tattoos.
if Sandler's on fire, do you say to yourself, "And then here's a guy I should"? I mean, there is politics involved.
There's a lot of politics,
right? You have to.
But there is and there isn't. You know, I never was a strategist where I would go in there and go, okay, here's what I got to do. I got to write for the host more. I got to put Lauren in a sketch. You know, I got to do this. You know, I just thought, what is funny? What is funny?
Would you write by yourself or you write with other guys?
It was mixed. It was mixed. A lot of times I would write by myself, and then other guys would come in and they would punch it up and make it better. But typically the sketches I wrote were very dry. They were subtle, so they would be on about 5 minutes of one.
What's the best sketch you ever wrote, in your opinion?
My favorite sketch was a sketch that had 𝗦𝗵cie𝗿𝗿 as the host. It was called The Bathroom Attendant. I played a bathroom attendant in a very small bathroom with just an open toilet, no stall. And I would have the tuxedo on, and I'd have newspapers and cologne everywhere, and he'd come in and he goes, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know somebody was in here. I said, no, I'm the bathroom attendant. Oh, and he's very awkward, uncomfortable.
Of course.
And I said, will you be going number one, or will you be dropping anchor? I'll be dropping anchor. So he'd sit down and pull his pants down, and I'd be standing right over him, and I'd be handing him newspapers, cologne. We have Old Spice. We have Aramis. We have Brute.
It's such a great observation because I am someone who can't stand to be with other people when I'm going to the bathroom. I can't pee when I'm at a urinal.
Restroom.
So did you use that in your? No, I try not to use a public restroom. Is that something that was that a phobia of yours that you just couldn't stand?
Well, I have a thing about bathroom attendants.
Right.
Totally unnecessary. It's just a way to give somebody a job.
Right. And by the way, you never have any money to give the guy. I mean, sometimes you don't have a cash on you or something.
It's like when you go to a resort. Do you feel uncomfortable? Because I know living in New York, you're really aware about who to tip and how much, and who you end up tipping pedestrians going by because you don't want to insult anybody.
Right. Oh, it's the worst.
So so like if you go to like a resort and somebody sets up your lawn, your chair, your chaise lounge with the towels, and you're in your bathing suit, you don't have. Are you supposed to tip them?
If I go to a resort, I'm so paranoid. I never want to look like a cheap guy.
Yeah.
So I start loading up 20s in my pocket, and I get to that pool.
You gotta carry the money somewhere.
I feel like I just unloaded $80, and all I did was lay down by the pool. There's resorts that they actually set up where once you paid no tips.
Oh, that's good.
But that stopped. I don't see that happening anymore. Yeah. It's weird.
I know. I know.
Well, it's even like in New York. It's so different from most other places. You're tipping the sky cap. The guy that brings out the bags, the guy that brings them up to your room.
Yeah, there's one guy who just apparently he doesn't bring down the bag. He just kind of transitions the bag to the other guy.
He oversees the bags,
and you give him at least $5-10.
Yeah.
But time you're right, it's like, oh my God, I just don't have any more cash on me.
I know it. Right. There was a point where I would come here and I go, okay, there's $5, there's $30 now. Now we're up to $80. Yeah. I'm not even up to the room yet.
Right. What do you do if you don't have a job? You're fucked.
I don't know how people do it. I really don't know how.
It's so
the one
weird.
who bothers me is the guy who does. He takes you. You get out of the car at the hotel.
Yeah.
And he just takes you to the receptionist.
Yeah.
I'm like, am I supposed to give him something?
Yeah, right. How did you get... So do you plan your exit from Saturday Night Live? In other words, you were there. How many years were you there? 7, 8 years?
I was there for 9 seasons.
9 seasons.
Yeah.
Do you start to feel like once you see people leaving, do you go, oh, man, I'm going to look loserish if I stay too long at the party here?
Or do you wait to be asked to leave?
Yeah. How does that all work?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I think a lot of that was going through my head. I think, how long do you stay?
Right. You become like Van Wilder, you've been in college too long.
Maybe they won't notice and I'll just be able to stay.
But meanwhile, it's a great gig because I said the same thing to, can't think of the guy's name. The guy,
I know who you're
the
talking
great
about.
impressionist.
Yes.
Daryl Hammond.
Daryl Hammond.
I said to him, I said, you were there. He was great on that show, long time. Why leave? It's a great gig. But at some point, you got to start saying, oh, I got to leave just because everyone else has.
But the thing with Daryl was he did so many great impressions.
Right.
You didn't even know if he was on the show or not.
Right.
Because he was buried in these impressions.
Right.
But, the thing for me, it's kind of like, you say to yourself, you know, it's a great job. Who cares what people think? You know, I'm going to stay here as long as I can.
Right.
And that's what I did. And then I had Spielberg had a sitcom called Champs that I love to do. I thought this would be a good way to get out, you know, jump onto that thing.
So what do? You have to go into Lorne and say, hey, look, I'm moving on?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't think that they were that disappointed.
Right,
you know?
It's time. They like to change up the cast.
They like to get in new blood, new ideas.
Right.
You know, and it wasn't like I was a great impressionist.
Is it weird when you write a script and then you bring it in and then no one laughs at the meeting and then they shit can the script and they go, no way, it's getting on the air? Or do you just...
Well, they never say there's no way it's getting on the air.
Right.
It just doesn't appear on the board, you know, after the table read.
Is it weird to get up and pitch a script in front of everyone?
Well, it's not weird. At first, you're nervous. You're shaking because you put a lot of work into this, and all of a sudden Lauren's got it and he's reading the directions and everybody reads their parts, and like the first page, nothing.
Yeah.
Second page, couple laughs, and then sometimes if you're lucky, it's a lot of laughs, and then you're just like, wow, that's the greatest feeling.
Like when you pitched the bathroom attendant thing, everyone was rolling, right? I mean, they loved it.
They like that, yeah.
They like that.
They like that. And, and I had help on that one, too, from a lot of people, too, afterwards, saying, hey, wouldn't this be funny if this happened? And I said, yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah, you'd like to think that everyone's on your team and collaborate with you, but sometimes I get the feeling on Saturday Night Live that everyone's so competitive, they hold back their ideas even.
You know what? It's a quiet competitiveness.
Yeah.
It's everybody's kind of jockeying.
It's weird, but when I watch Saturday Night Live now, every time I see Kristen Wiig come on, that's her name, right? Wiig, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And she just had this huge movie, Bridesmaid, that she wrote, and it was brilliant. It was really funny. Great movie.
Yeah.
I keep thinking the other cast members are like, fuck her. Oh, shit. Like,
they're trying to screw her. Huh?
Well, not screw her, but like, oh, fuck. Like, look at this. And oh, man, she, it's like there must be such competitiveness that, I don't know, it would be a really tough environment, I think, to work in.
A lot of these people are coming from the Groundlings. They're coming from Second City.
So they've worked in collaborations
I couldn't even. It's like me, comparing myself to Steve Martin playing the banjo.
Right.
I think they're the pros. I'm happy just to be here. I'll just hang out.
So how's it going on Weeds?
It's going good. I would love for you to watch the show one day. I know you're busy.
The show's great, and that's the next one I'm going to recommend to you when you want to look at a long-form kind of thing and watch episode after episode. Weeds is great.
I know the shows you like. I know you like Breaking Bad.
No, he doesn't do Breaking
The Bachelor.
Bad.
That's
I like
what it is,
Dexter.
Dexter. I love Dexter.
But I'm only on season 1.
Right, he just started Dexter.
So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to iTunes and get Weeds from the beginning.
Yeah,
Weeds
that's what you have to
is a brilliant show.
It's a good show. You'll get addicted to it.
And Mary Louise is a great actress.
She's a great actress, and
the character is outrageous, just outrageous.
Yeah, Are you all caught up?
Oh, absolutely. Every season, I'm there.
But I love Dexter too.
Yeah, oh my God, that guy's so good.
Yeah, he's good, and the show's good. I'm only on season 3 because one of the episodes I had a skip in it.
Oh, really?
And I didn't want to jump ahead.
Yeah.
And I've been so busy since then, I haven't seen it since episode 3.
Yeah,
I'm season 3.
I'm on season 1, and I love it. I love watching on the iPad. I think that's so cool.
The thing with Kevin's character, I don't know how he's still there because it's really a family, and he's not a member of the family, but somehow he's still there.
Do you write some of the episodes?
It was the same for Saturday Night Live. I was there for a long time.
Do you write any of the episodes?
No, but I embellish some things, for my character.
Can you ad-lib when you're acting, or do you have to stick to the script?
You can add a little bit of time. Sometimes they'll say, okay, we got that now, just anything you want. Just play with it. Play with it a little bit.
Is it hard to memorize your lines?
You know what? It's getting harder.
Why?
It's getting harder.
Because why?
I think because I'm getting older.
Right.
And and the writing is sometimes so clever, it's hard. I don't know. It's just like I had to do a scene the other day I did an episode of Franklin and Bash. And it's out in the public. It's not in the studio. So you have real people walking by, and then you got the guy who's sending extras by, and you can see him from the corner of your eye waving his arms, to get the people to come by.
Yeah.
And I've got like a long speech, and I'm seeing that happen. I'm trying to remember my lines, and I'm thinking I can't. And I told the director, I said, "There's a lot of stuff going on." Outside my
eye line
there, and it's a little tough. He goes, just focus in on his eyes. You know, and I say, it's hard to do.
Yeah, I mean, that would be the scariest part for me being an actor. I don't know how you guys memorize all these lines. I'm
It's
awful.
repetition.
I have a terrible memory.
I do too. But
do you have to start studying like a week in advance?
I should.
So when your dad is worried about you working hard, you're busy memorizing lines all the time. It isn't easy. That's pressure.
It is.
And then if you fuck up a line on camera, everyone's kind of like, oh, we got to go do this again, right?
That's what you're thinking, but you know, they're always usually nice. They come out and they say, Bobby, get that light. We got to fix that light, so it's not even on you. You know,
Right.
they're not even. But I think really, they're disappointed that you messed up the line. You know, but they blame it on the light or something. You know?
And some of the dialogue on Weeds is so absurdist. It's not rooted
And I
in
bet you,
anything.
and I bet you Mary Louise is such a good actress. Like she doesn't have any trouble memorizing a line. She probably has like a photographic memory or something.
She's really good at memorizing lines.
It's so annoying.
She's like the perfect actress.
Did you ever do a nude scene with her? I mean, I don't know the show.
I never have. No.
No.
But she's always sort of semi-dressed.
Is she nude a lot? No kidding.
Well, not a lot, but
I'll watch.
You know,
It's happened, yeah.
Yeah.
I like to see her naked. She's hot.
She's
Well, it's a very sexy role. Everybody's sexy in the. It's a sexy show.
When you
It
make
is,
love,
it really is.
When you make love to a co-star, like they did with Jan Hooks on Saturday Night Live, does anyone like Lauren come to you and say, "Listen, this better not interfere"? You know, people start to pick up you're a couple. This better not interfere with our setup here. You know, when you two maniacs.
You two know what you're doing.
When you two maniacs break up, I don't want any awkwardness here, right?
Yeah, I think I think he was aware that that's a difficult situation. You know, when you have couples there.
Did
I think
he say
there were
it
some
to you?
other people. I think Julia Louis-Dreyfus and Brad Hall were a couple.
They were.
You know, I don't know who else, but who else was dating? Even in the original years, you know, Bill Murray and Gilda Radner and.
Did you get a lecture from Warren on any of
No.
this? No. Nobody
No.
says anything to you.
They don't bother you.
No, I think, you know, it was been a long time, so he might have like
said something.
Maybe, but I don't remember.
Is it weird then, like when you stop being in love with her, and then all of a sudden you're like still stuck at work with that person? Is it kind of strange?
It was difficult. I remember that because you want to move on with your life, but still you're in an abnormal situation anyway. You're on this show, this live show, and then you're trying to deal with this other kind of thing.
Dynamic, yeah.
Look at how supportive Robin is.
But I feel for you.
She's
I
nodding
love
and-
this stuff. No, I love this stuff.
I know you do.
I mean, I
I know
do
you do.
because like all of a sudden, yeah, you guys were great friends.
This was a great idea at the beginning.
You start fucking,
Yeah. You know
then the love wears off.
Yeah,
which leads me to believe that, you know, it's weird. Like once a guy, his best friend finally makes sex with him, you know, has sex with him. It's like, oh my God. And then it's not working out. And you're like, what the hell was I thinking? Now I'm at work with this person every day. And
Everything was great before that.
Saturday Night Live, you're there like 24 hours a day.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, and then, are you guys not like talking to each other because it's an ugly breakup?
Oh no, we both agreed that we wouldn't bring anybody else around the set.
Yeah,
for a while.
Oh,
really?
God,
Yeah,
the
that's intense.
tension.
Yeah, yeah. And then
You broke up with her, or she broke up with you?
I think it was mutual.
No, it wasn't.
What breakup
That's a
is
lie.
ever mutual?
There's no mutual there.
Well, you know, you always want different things. Each person wants something
So
different.
the sex wasn't as good as you thought it was going to be. That's what happened. That's what happened. isn't
No,
it?
it wasn't that. It was, I think we had just grown apart.
So,
no, but you know, this is, Howard, I have to tell you this. I know you so well because I listen all the time.
Right.
But you don't know me that well. But when you're asking me things, I have to laugh because I know you, and it's like I'm one
He's
step
doing
ahead of you.
Howard on you.
Yeah.
No, but
He's
I'm really,
pulling
you know
Howard
what?
on me.
I'm not pulling anything on you. I'm really genuinely curious.
Yeah.
If you're at Saturday Night Live and you like you and Jan Hooks know each other for 6 years, you don't bang. All of a sudden you bang, and then all of a sudden you break
How long
up.
does it last?
Yeah, it didn't last long, did it?
Did it? Huh?
We were better friends.
Right.
Yeah.
So what did it last? Like 6 months?
2 years.
Oh, 2 years.
Yeah, a year before the show, and then a year.
So what
during
went
the show.
wrong? Like all of a sudden you just go, oh my God, this is
I
crazy.
think being in that mix on Saturday Night Live is such a high stress job that it was just too impossible to have a decent relationship.
What's she doing now?
She's
She's not calling you.
I talk to her maybe once a year, but
You
she's
do?
doing well. Yeah.
What, is she in the business?
She is.
I mean, no, seriously, I don't know.
I don't know. Either.
Everyone doesn't want to end up like Lorraine Newman, where you're like, everyone else is going and doing things, and then all of a sudden you're sitting at home waiting for the phone to ring. You know, not that she did that, but you know.
I know. No, Lorraine, I think she's doing fine too.
Everyone's doing great.
Everybody's doing great, man. I know you don't like this. You like controversy.
No, I don't. I mean, I'm really genuinely curious.
Genuine.
I think I talk to
reaction.
Jan maybe once a year, and she's always doing fine. She lives, I think, in upstate New York.
All right.
And I think when
no husband,
I don't know.
Still waiting for you.
Probably all these men have the same issues you had.
No.
Yeah,
I mean, do you have any old girlfriends that you think about?
He's not friends with anybody.
There's a lot of women I've had sex with that I think about. Yes.
You can remember them all?
Not all of them, but there's some of them I remember as being very good sexually. And when I masturbate, I think about them.
Yeah.
But you're not in touch with them. You don't talk to them.
Some of them I do.
Do you?
Yeah, some I do.
You do?
Yeah, sometimes.
And there's no remorse or...
On their part, none. I mean, would you have remorse if I stopped fucking you? I mean, really. Look at me. Nobody.
Thank God I got out of that.
I can't recall anyone really that upset when I told them goodbye. You know.
But do you really have low self-esteem by yourself?
Oh, no. Yeah, really? I do. You know,
but
at times I'm
successful.
At times I'm grandiose, but really I think deep down inside I don't think I'm worthwhile.
But you know people love you.
Yeah, I get that. I get that.
But it's a childhood thing, right?
Yeah. There's a lot going on inside this head.
It's a Jewish childhood.
Yeah, as my wife and I looked at, I was talking about something, and I said, honey, there's a very, very dark hole in here. And she goes, oh, don't I know? And we had just finished making love.
Don't I know?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Do you cry much?
No.
You never cry?
I've cried. I cry. Sometimes my therapist can get me to that point.
When you're at home and you're crying, do you ever look in the mirror just to see yourself
crying?
Yeah,
because I can't believe I can do it. I've had dreams. I've had dreams where I'm crying, and I wake up and I'm so excited that I might have like real tears, and I feel my eyes and there's nothing.
Really?
Yeah. I want to cry.
Do you ever see a movie that chokes you up?
Yes, I cry at movies. Whenever it's a father and a son, and the father is very, very warm-hearted, I cry at that.
Yeah,
or where a kid.
You never had that growing up.
Well, no, my father loved me certainly, but you know,
I love your impressions of your mother and father.
My father had a strange way of showing it. You know, he has his unique way of.
But what about a movie like E.T.?
Yeah, I would cry. Yeah. Like I don't think I'd sob, but I would be moved, almost to tears.
Yeah.
I'm afraid to really let go.
Your father never let you cry growing up.
My father didn't know from that.
No,
well, I thought you crying. You have it so good. What happened? You did a movie recently. I guess it was the Jennifer Aniston, Adam Sandler movie, right?
Yeah.
You go to the premiere.
Oh, no. That was the one after that, Jack and Jill.
Oh, Jack and Jill. Who is in Jack and Jill?
Adam Sandler.
Adam Pacino. No, Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler, Al Pacino.
Right. Why am I not? I must have seen this movie.
It's just out, Howard.
Jack and Jill.
Jack and Jill.
Yeah, it's still
out now.
Yeah,
it's out now.
It's out now.
Okay, I haven't seen it. You go to the premiere. You were in this movie.
Yeah.
And they don't tell you. I'll get right to you, Brian. They don't tell you that you were cut out of the movie. So you go to the premiere expecting to see yourself, and I'm sure you're with your wife, and she's expecting to see you.
This is tough.
I mean, that's an embarrassing thing. Someone should give you
No,
a
it was
heads up.
not embarrassing, because I do a lot of Adam Sandler films.
Right.
And this one, I had a very small part in.
Right.
You know, I was playing a doctor. I even had a mask on.
Right.
So I wasn't even... But, you know, you're still curious to see how the scene came out.
Sure.
So, so I go to the premiere, and it wasn't in the film. But I understand that, because...
Yes, of course,
people
but...
always get cut out.
Did you cry?
I did cry.
You did cry.
Yeah,
no, but seriously, you listen. I know even with my wife.
Listen to me.
I like to. Yeah, listen to me. Yeah. I like to impress my wife. You know, I like to show her something. You go to the premiere. You've said to your wife, "I'm in this film."
Yeah.
You know, and you show up and it's not happening. It's not there.
But she knew I was in the film originally.
Yes, but you know, but you does it make you? Does it deflate your ego? I mean, you're a good actor. You're a good comedian. I mean, you're
no, because like I said, this part was a very minuscule part.
But why wouldn't Adam tell you just so you don't show up?
Busy. You know,
busy.
It's a whole film. It's he's working with Al Pacino.
Right.
He's not going to say, "Oh, I got to tell Neil." But his brother and sister were in actually the same scene.
Do you hang out?
So I think it was more difficult difficult for him to tell his brother and sister than me.
If Adam does a movie and you're in it,
yeah,
and you don't think the movie is good, would you tell him?
I would not say anything about it.
Yeah, but like if he says to you, "Hey, buddy, what'd you think of the movie?" You just go, "Oh, hey, man,
how you doing?
Hey, man, how you doing?" Right?
No, I wouldn't tell him it was bad.
Right, because
I would
he's
just
a
say,
friend.
I would tell him what parts I liked in it.
You find something nice to say.
But here's the thing: every Sandler movie I'm in, it's usually a humiliating, embarrassing role. I honestly think that he thinks of something that will humiliate me, and then he'll write a film around it.
That's right. He's doing it just for you.
Yeah.
Is he a good friend to the point that he will have you over the house and you will socialize with him?
Yeah, but not often.
Right.
know.
Once in a while that happens.
I think these people like Steve Martin and Adam Sandler, and all these other people, they're so busy with their careers. And
Spade, are you friends with him?
Yeah.
And you'll hang out with him, or Spade just is into the chick?
Is he busy too?
I never really hang out with. I play basketball sometimes with Sandler. It's been a while,
right?
But Spade, I see at different functions.
That seems to be an LA thing. You go to a guy's house and you play basketball. That's a bonding thing for. I know that
comedians especially.
Gary Shandling has his weekly basketball game. So you really have to play some basketball if you really want to get in with these people. Am I correct?
Or the banjo.
All right,
One or the other.
any of those things.
But
yes.
But also when you have a kid, it's like you spend a lot of time at home.
Right.
It's not like you can say, hey, you guys want to go out at, I'll meet you at 10 o'clock.
How involved are you with this kid?
Very involved.
How many hours a day are you putting in with this kid?
Well, he goes to school now from 9 to 2.
Right.
So in the morning, I get up with him like at 5:30.
Right.
I make him breakfast, or my wife makes breakfast for him.
Are you taking him places? Are you
Yeah,
teaching him things?
Oh, yeah.
Good for you.
All that
You're
stuff.
doing the sensitive dad thing.
Right.
You're gonna.
It really is my career right now.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not killing you?
Yeah, it is.
Brian, go ahead quickly. You're on with Kevin Nealon, of course. Tonight through Sunday, he's going to be at Caroline's. I haven't even mentioned this. He will be doing his stand-up on Broadway in Manhattan at Caroline's. And if you want tickets, you go to carolines.com. And follow Kevin on Twitter at Kevin_Nealon. You're into Twitter. You like Twitter?
I do like the Twitter.
How many times a day do you tweet? Generally.
It varies. Maybe once.
Once or twice a day?
Once or twice a day.
That seems to be the right thing. If you do it too much, people think you're a loser.
I will unfollow people if they're tweeting too much.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless they're funny,
I got on Twitter and I started to. I thought my fans would. Yeah, my fans would like to hear from me. I started to tweet. Immediately, I got criticized for tweeting too much. So I stopped. I mean, I couldn't take the criticism.
I think a lot of times people don't know if it's you tweeting or not. They think it's probably somebody.
No, I
from
was
the show.
verified. I had a check mark next to my name.
How do you get verified? People always ask
you
me.
have to be chosen. There's nothing
very
you can do.
special. It's mysterious.
Yeah, you can't campaign for it, because and then Kevin, people will take your name and put Kevin Nealon, and then they'll imitate you and so you need to be verified, but there's no campaigning that you can do to get verified.
They just do it.
They do it when they decide you're worthy.
Plus, you don't have enough time. You do the photograph, you do the
photography.
Thing,
I'm busy.
And you're good at that. I've seen your pictures of Beth.
I'm working at that.
How difficult is it with these cameras now? I mean, is it pretty easy? You have to know about lighting.
You can lighting is the key. Learning lighting
you can
is very
accidentally
difficult.
take a good picture.
You can accidentally take a good picture with a digital camera, but to consistently be good and to really know what you're doing, it takes years and years of practice.
They've got some great apps for the iPhone, like this Hipstamatic.
I have that.
Isn't it great?
Yeah,
I mean, you probably don't like it because you're a photographer.
I shoot with a professional camera. Yes.
You don't need an iPhone app?
No. I look down on
to
that.
help you.
That's right.
I'm sure you do, but your work is really good.
Thank you. Who is somebody you unfollowed because they tweet too much? Somebody famous that I would know. Who tweets too much?
I think maybe John Mayer.
John Mayer.
Yeah.
Too much.
Well,
I like him, buddy. Yeah, he
then just resigned from Twitter. He got
did
off
he?
completely, I think, because he was addicted to it.
Wow.
Right.
Go ahead, bro. What is it, Gary? Please.
They just wanted you to know that Kevin's doing Caroline's tomorrow night through Sunday.
Oh, it's to see Kevin Nealon tonight through Sunday.
Yeah, I guess that's
tomorrow night.
All right, tomorrow night through Sunday.
That's a typo.
Caroline's on Broadway, Manhattan. What do you do? Like an hour and a half?
I do about. I don't think you should do too long as a stand-up. I do about 45, 50 minutes.
And you have an opening act?
I have, the opening act, and then the feature, and then me.
I see.
Sometimes guest spots.
It's a whole show.
It's a whole show.
And you're all set? You have it memorized, the whole thing, or do you get up there and ad-lib something?
Well, like I said, I have a special coming up that I'm taping in February. And I'm still trying to come up. I need 55 more minutes of material.
You're almost there.
He's come up with stuff.
Good for you. How long does it take you to write an entire hour? Realizing
it takes a long time.
Right.
I see some of these comics that come out with a special every year, and I think, how do they do it?
Yeah, how do they do it? Do they hire
the
writers?
material's not that good.
Right.
You know, the first one's good, but then they get less and less.
Well,
I
it's
think
true.
some of them have writers, maybe, you know, but they'll never admit it.
Right.
You know, but it takes a while.
Who's your favorite stand-up comic?
I have so many. You know, I like this cerebral guys. I like Stephen Wright and Mitch Hedberg.
Yeah.
You know, but Gary Shandling has always been one of my favorite comics.
What happened to Stephen Wright? He's no longer around, it seems like.
Where did he go?
I know where Mitch Hedberg went, but I don't know where Stephen Wright is.
I know, but Stephen Wright works a lot, I'm sure. You know, he does a lot of colleges, and
okay.
I think people, stoners, love to go see him because he's so cerebral.
But isn't the move to get some sort of sitcom or like you have Weeds? I mean, you don't want to be on the road all that much, do you?
You're right. I got to tell you, in my 30s, I said to myself, when I'm in my 40s, I'm not going to be on the road.
Right.
This is not the way I want to live.
Right.
And then in my 40s, I said, in my 50s, I'm not going to be on the road.
Are you on the road a lot?
Well, right now I am because, you know, I'm trying to get material together.
Right.
For February. But
once you put that material on TV, it's dead, right? That's it.
Well, it's on Showtime, so a lot of people don't watch Showtime.
So can you go out to Caroline's and do something that's been on Showtime? Or, you know, I mean,
yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And, you know, some people like to see it, yeah.
That's right. Let them see it again.
Who cares? But, yeah, it does take a while to come up with good material. And I think a lot of it depends on your friends, too, who you're hanging out with. And, like, if you go to those basketball games at Gary's, there's a lot of, like, comics up there.
Right.
And so you're always kind of jamming, and you come up with stuff, you know.
Brian, go ahead. You're on the air with Kevin.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Hey Kevin, love Weeds. The most outrageous scene I have ever seen on TV was when you were on a chair about to commit suicide. And my wife and I thought you could commit suicide. It turns out you kicked out the chair. And then you're hanging there jerking off on a letter from your wife's lawyer.
Is that true?
It was an autoerotic asphyxiation scene.
You tried it?
We were trying to lead the audience to think that I was about to commit suicide.
Right.
But really, if you know my character, it's so typical.
That's a fascinating thing, jerking off and choking yourself.
Choking yourself, hanging and getting
like jerking off isn't good enough. I mean, you have to choke yourself and
I
choke
know.
it.
I mean, it's a very dangerous. People die from that.
Yeah.
You should have a spotter.
With that karate guy.
The karate guy, yeah. David Gary.
Kung Fu died that way.
Yeah.
Right?
How bored do you have to be with your sex life? Have you, I would never try that in real life unless somebody broke into my house. Then I think, okay, I'll give it a shot.
I'm so disgusted with my masturbation that I just want it over as quickly as possible so that I can get back to whatever it is I'm doing. To me, it's just getting.
You're not tying something on a rail.
I'm not building a day around it. Like it's not like a date. You know what I mean? I want that shit out of my system so I can get back to being a regular guy.
You think of it as more of a hindrance.
Yeah.
It's like my friends. I have a friend that he will only eat out of necessity. He hates it.
Eating, I love. To me, it's like having an orgasm.
Are you a foodie?
Yeah, I love food.
Oh, you are.
Yeah, but masturbating, it's just strictly to get rid of the anger and the hostility that builds up in me as a man. I mean, it's nothing I want to sit and spend my day with. I'm not going to pour a glass of wine and masturbate. All right. Listen, Kevin. Listen to me.
This has been really fun. I really like coming here.
I love seeing you.
Yeah, this is great.
You're always such a great guest. Kevin Nealon, of course, and you must go see him. The man is in New York, not for his health. And
would you ever move out of New York City?
Yes.
I don't mean like to Greenwich or, I mean, would you move to Minneapolis?
Yes. Some of the best times of my life, this sounds weird, but I'm a homebody anyway. It really doesn't matter that I'm in the greatest cultural center in the world because
he doesn't take advantage of any of it.
I have beautiful windows in my apartment. I don't even look out them. So I might as well live in a box.
Yeah.
When I lived in Hartford, Connecticut, I loved it. When I lived in Detroit, I loved it because it was all the same.
Yeah, yeah.
Whatever the walls were, I sat there and I waited for the next radio show. I never went out. I never went to anything cultural. I never had a lot of friends. So, to me, I could live anywhere. It makes no difference.
Yeah.
The weather might matter. I don't know. Minneapolis.
Well, I
is all
would
that
like to
good.
go. I would like to live in a California type or Florida type where I like. I'm jealous of Bubba the Love Sponge. He's over there in Florida.
Yeah, yeah.
What a lifestyle! This guy
always goes out, always able to
Tampa.
interact with the out of doors.
You see how horrible it is out today? It's cold. It's wet. It's disgusting.
Yeah, that's true.
What do I
That's
need
true.
that for? But this is where I am.
But you don't appreciate the weather unless you live in New York City. When I lived here, I never appreciated the spring so much when it came around.
Right.
You know, or the fall.
But
you
winter's
know.
horrible.
Winter
It is
horrible. It's not worth it.
And it goes on forever.
It does. It does.
Like, I want to go for a run today. I know I can't.
Does your back bother you when you run? I stopped running because my back.
No.
It's tall
By the way,
people.
I have to talk to you off the air about this.
Okay.
He's got a back problem?
He has two problems I know about. He has
Yeah.
frequent urination,
Whoa.
and he has back problems.
Who, me?
You.
Not so much with the back problems anymore.
Well, I know about frequent urination.
At night, yeah.
I want you to read a book by Dr. John Sarno called The Mind-Body Connection. And he will
Do you read books?
I haven't read that many lately.
But this is one that will change your life. And
Is that right?
frequent urination is something that can be stopped. Without any, you know, without you
No
can do the work-
medication.
No medication.
Listen, I've had a lot of people sign a petition to get it stopped.
No, because Kevin hasn't spoken about this, but I know about
He's
it.
up and down all night?
It's something he's not proud
I'm
of.
exhausted. Like I'm exhausted during the day because I'm half asleep on my way to the bathroom all night.
Right. How many times do you urinate at night?
4 or 5.
Yeah.
Wow.
I probably
Okay.
get a better night's sleep if I start on the toilet and get up to go to my bed.
And then you
I've
have
done
probably a
nights.
ritual before you go to bed where you stand there trying to pee forever.
No,
Yeah.
I could pee.
You can pee.
But here's what I want to do. Sometimes I'll wake up in the morning and think, how many times did I get up last night? So I want to get one of those bead things where you could slide, because
An abacus.
An abacus. And it's,
yeah.
hard, it's hard to get back to sleep after you pee.
Actually, I go right back to sleep.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Listen to me. You hear what I just said? Listen to me.
I want to read that book.
Read the book.
Why?
Listen.
Because you had that problem.
I don't have the problem of frequent urination, but I've had every other problem in the book, including back pain.
Yeah.
And you can run.
You meditate too, don't you?
Transcendental meditation, yes.
I talked to Andy Kaufman about that once.
What did he say?
He went on for like an hour and a half, and I was such a fan of his. I didn't listen to a thing. I was just looking at his face.
Right. What, you don't hear a thing he said.
Nothing.
You were just trying to have a conversation. That's like
I'm
me.
nodding.
When I was in a meeting with Michael Jackson once, and what little I knew of him, I was sitting there, and the guy doesn't say a word, and his agent leaves the room, his manager. And now I'm stuck there with him alone, and I'm thinking desperately, what the fuck? We're just standing there. We're just sitting there looking at each other. So I go, I knew he was into Deepak Chopra. I go,
yeah.
So Michael, and I know of Deepak Chopra. He was part of the Transcendental Meditation movement. I said, Deepak Chopra. He goes, Deepak. And I'm like, oh, fuck, I think we're out of conversation again. That was the entire conversation. So like you with Andy Kaufman, if you mentioned TM, he would talk. What a genius Andy Kaufman
Oh, my God. He was like one of the guys. It was him, Steve Martin, Albert Brooks that influenced me.
Do you follow Albert Brooks on Twitter?
I do.
He's pretty good at it.
He is good.
Yeah,
he didn't
writes-
want to do it at first. He didn't know about it.
Yeah, but he writes witty stuff. So does Steve.
Yeah,
You
so
know.
do I.
Yeah. Well, am I following you? I don't think
Yeah,
so.
you are.
Am I? But I don't see you ever tweet. You know what?
I don't tweet a lot.
You know what it is? I don't go on that much, so I
know.
miss all the tweets.
I know you do. You have to kind of scroll down and.
What did you
catch up.
tweet yesterday?
I think I recently the last one was the public toilets at the airport don't give you enough time to check for worms with the auto flush.
Don't you find you're sitting there all day thinking of something wonderful?
No,
to say?
I never do. It usually just happens. Like this morning, I was reading the paper and I
Right.
saw that Sandusky was. Brought
Rearrested,
back in.
yeah.
And I'm thinking this guy should withdraw from the race too.
Well, listen, Kevin.
I'm going to get that book though. What's
Get
it
the
called?
book. It's called The Mind-Body Connection. by Dr. John Sarno, Sarno.
Okay.
And I think it'll help you. And look up in the back, frequent urination.
So you just go to that part.
Well,
is it bad? Because I don't have diabetes. I don't have a small prostate.
It can be taken care of.
Wouldn't you like to get a full night's sleep?
You don't need Flomax.
I would love to know what it's like to have a full night's sleep.
Let's just put it this way: it can be controlled just through your mind.
Oh, I got to go that whole route?
No, it's not a whole route. It's very simple.
Is there just one phrase I could say?
No, it's not. Nothing like that. No phrase.
But it's a mind-body thing.
It's a mind-body thing.
I'm supposed to think about something else.
No. Well, yes. No, yes. Yes. No. Listen, I'm not the doctor.
Don't take a shortcut.
Just read the fucking book. He's asking me for what
he just wants. Give him the message.
Yeah, what am I, Reader's Digest? Listen, I'm like you. Do I really have to read a book? I'll just pee. Fuck it. What are you doing tonight?
I'm going out to dinner with some friends.
Oh, look at you. Who's those friends? Which friends? Famous friends, I bet.
They're famous.
Really?
Yeah.
Who is it? Who are you going to be at dinner with tonight? Tell me.
I don't know if I should.
No, yes, you should.
Would that be bad if I said
No, I mean, what is the big deal?
Oh, it's just a couple of friends.
Sarah Jessica Parker and her husband.
Cheryl Hines.
Cheryl Hines? Yeah. Oh, who's her husband?
She's
she doesn't have one?
Oh, you and Cheryl are going to be alone?
No, she'll bring a boyfriend.
Oh, and you're going to be solo or your wife's with you?
My wife's with me. I'm here with my kid and my wife.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Boy, that's some wife.
It's hard, it's hard when you travel with your family. Because, I'm used to traveling alone.
Right.
You can make all the noise, but when you're here, it's like, you wake up in the hotel room, it's all dark, trying to find where your coat was,
And the kid's probably noisy.
No, he's sound asleep.
He is?
Because he's on a different time zone. For once, he's sleep. I'm getting up first, All
right, listen to me.
Listen to me. It's always a pleasure.
Listen to me. Listen to me.
You don't get out to L.A. too much, do you?
No.
You go to Jimmy Kimmel's
Jimmy
once in a while.
Kimmel's. You want to go to Jimmy's when we do that party thing or not?
Why haven't you invited Kevin?
Who knew Kevin wanted to be there? I don't know.
I listen to the radio. I see. I hear about the show, the parties and stuff. And but I just, it's hard to get out at night.
You could go to Jimmy's house.
Oh yeah, I go to Jimmy's.
Yeah. You know Jimmy at all?
Yeah, we're good friends.
You do the show?
Yeah.
You do Jimmy's show, yeah?
I go to his house down on the beach.
Oh, look at you.
Hang out. He loves to cook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen to me.
I'm his biggest fan. Listen to me.
All right.
I gotta
Kevin
go,
Miller.
Howard. I gotta get out of here, man. I got other stuff going on.
And I got stuff going on.
What do you got going on?
Nothing.
Nothing. You're gonna go home and check your Twitter and your camera.
I'm going to be taking pictures.
That's right. He has probably some sessions set up.
Beth looked at me last night and she said, okay, I'm going to say this. I sense you're getting annoyed with photography and you're done with it.
Really?
Yeah,
she said that?
Oh, she's probably right.
I was just aggravated recently with my camera and stuff because I can't do things the right way, what I consider to be the right way.
Oh, dear.
But no, I'm in it. I'm in it to win it.
You sure?
You have a Nikon or a Canon?
I have a Nikon.
D40?
I have the Nikon D3S. It's what a professional photographer uses. Yeah.
Oh, he's so into this whole
Do
professional
you set it on
thing.
automatic?
Oh,
or is it
no.
manual?
I shoot a manual.
Did you go to a class for that?
He has a teacher,
I have a teacher.
private teacher.
Oh, that right. Yeah.
You're right.
You probably-
Sorry. That's a bad thing.
How many teachers come to your place? You have a yoga teacher, probably?
No. I have one teacher, my photography teacher. He's a wonderful guy. He's become a wonderful friend.
What about the meditator?
I meditate on my own. I mean, I learned when I was 18.
Oh, you've been doing it for a long time.
Yeah, I'm fully committed.
He does have a personal weatherman, though.
That's right.
Oh, nice.
And a court jester. And I have a personal magician.
Yeah, I'll come over to the house.
That's right.
That's good.
Let's see. Today I have the photographer at 1. At 2, my magician. All right, listen.
I would love to have a close-up magician come to my house every day and just show me illusions.
Yeah, that's the way it goes.
Well, you know what? You should do a session with Kevin and his wife, one of your love
I would take
sessions.
romantic pictures of you and your wife.
What's romantic mean?
Well, just loving. Like I did. Jimmy Kimmel and his girlfriend did like a session with me, and he loves his pictures. I did it with Dax Shepard and Kristen Bell. I did a session with them. I took beautiful pictures of them.
What do you charge?
I would like you to make a contribution to a charity. But I don't charge anything.
Is it the Animal Fund?
Yeah. But I don't charge anything. You could, I'll just
He would
do it.
just do that for you.
No, I want you fucking your wife, and I want you giving your wife anal. Sure.
These aren't
But
X-rated.
Howard says this, but it'll never happen. I was on the Today Show once with Matt Lauer.
Yeah.
Right. He wasn't interviewing me, but he passed by.
Right.
I was with the weatherman Al Roker.
Right.
And we talked for a little bit because we know each other a little bit. And he said, "We ought to go golfing sometime." I said, "Yeah, let's do that."
Right.
And as he was leaving, I said, "Matt." He turned around. He said, "We're never golfing, are we?" He goes, "No."
See, I see Matt all the time.
Do you?
Yeah. He was at my house for dinner the other night.
Oh, really? You have a lot of dinner parties?
No. Just I like
with
Matt. I like Matt and his wife.
Is he the magician?
Yeah, he does
He's
magic
the
tricks. I just want to show you that I have show business friends too.
You do.
In fact, he's probably my only one. I think.
No,
Him and
you have
Jimmy
a lot
Kimmel.
of friends.
No.
I listen to you all the time. You're always going out with somebody.
No. I really am not. I mean, I don't know a lot of people in show business don't want to be associated with me.
I think you think that.
I think I
when
know
you go
it.
to these Jimmy Kimmel parties, you're a little shy.
I'm the toast of the town. Yes.
And then when someone like David Arquette comes in,
right,
or what's his name?
Rob Zombie?
No, the good-looking guy.
Oh, John Stamos?
Stamos, yeah.
Stamos, yeah, I know him.
Yeah,
he's fun.
Yeah, see, you know.
No, but I wouldn't take pornographic pictures of you and your wife. I would take like nice, loving.
No, he does beautiful portraits.
A portrait,
black and white.
I do some black and white. I do some color. But when I do a portrait, I take pleasure in it because I know people enjoy it. One of the best photo sessions I ever did was with Krista Miller.
Yeah.
Crystal Lawrence, you know.
I
You
don't
know who that is?
No.
No.
But I'd like to see your work.
All right, I'll show you to you.
Is it in that book about peeing? I'd like to see it. No.
If I took a picture of you, it would be sophisticated. I mean, maybe just a hint of nipple from your wife.
See, that's what I thought when you said romantic.
No, romantic meaning
loving.
Loving.
Yeah, I would like that.
Yeah, even with your kid couple, you know what I mean?
Like he would do a family.
We just had a photo session.
I did a photo session for my friend Richie recently. I did him, his wife, and his kid.
We just had a photo session with my kid and my wife for a Christmas card. It's not going to be ready in time. But
that's good.
The woman was very good. She was.
What was her name?
Dana Patrick.
Oh.
Out in Los Angeles.
What are you doing? Checking your phone?
Yeah, I'm going to show you the picture.
Photo.
Let me see.
Like I took it with the iPhone.
Let me see. Let me see what you're doing over there. I'm a professional, so I can tell you if it's a good picture.
Okay, hang on a second. This is the one I took.
Oh, who wants to see your work? Oh, you see, that's good. It's as good as anything I do.
And he just took that with the iPhone.
Yeah, quite frankly, it's better than the shit I do.
See, you like me.
There you go.
Everybody's better.
That's right.
Everybody's better.
Actually, that's insulting that it's that good.
But here's the one I took on the 𝗵𝗻𝗄𝗏, which I thought was pretty cool.
Let me see what you did.
That's the photographer.
Well, that's very good.
But that's nothing. That's pushing a button.
Yeah, that's basically what I do.
Yeah.
No, that's very nice. Be nice if you could see the person's face. All right.
I know.
You might want to lighten it up a little. All right, listen.
See, that's the last one I'm going to show you.
What is this?
That's just the family.
Was that your wife? Good Lord, her body is perfect. Motherfucker, she's hot.
No, that's my son.
Oh, your son's hot too.
Yeah.
No, seriously, your wife is a gorgeous, stunning. What did she do? Was she a model or something?
You know what? She looks very young too.
Yeah, I mean, what is she?
She's an actress. She's a comedic actress.
She's an actress?
Yeah, she's great.
Oh my God, what a beauty! How tall is she?
5'7".
What does she weigh? Like about one?
She weighs 114.
Oh, that's so perfect. Those are real breasts or fake?
They're real.
Model.
What does Beth weigh?
Beth weighs.
But she's like 6 foot, isn't she?
Yeah, she's 5'10". But she's like 119 or something, something crazy.
You say 190.
No, 190. Yeah, it's all in her leg. Wow, that's some wife. How long did it take you to get a wife like that? I mean, like getting to bed with her. You know what I mean? Like, did you have to work her for like months or? Like, I know you met her. She was in the makeup room.
I would have to check my journal.
No, but seriously, did it take more than a week to get into?
Yeah.
It did.
Like I said, I don't move fast.
2 weeks?
Probably about a month.
Would you answer a question honestly? When you're making love to a woman that hot, is she the hottest woman you ever made love to?
Yeah.
Okay, good answer. Could you hold out long? in terms of when you can?
Yeah.
When you say long, how long?
35 minutes.
Are you shitting me? When you say 35 minutes, you mean the actual intercourse?
Well, you know,
The whole
we take
thing.
breaks.
Oh, the whole act? No, I'm saying when you enter her, from the time you enter her to the time you're done, how long are you there?
Well, I know it doesn't take you long.
I was with Beth last night. I've been with this woman 12 years. I don't think it lasted more than 1 minute. She looked great. I'm stroking away, and I said, you know what? I jerked off 2 nights ago. I should be able to hold out a long time. I'm pretty unloaded. I'm 57 years old.
When are you going to be 58?
January 12th.
Yeah, it's a
Oh, yeah, you're right
few
behind
days
me.
away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you hear what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just masturbated, and then all of a sudden, here I am with her, and I thought, well, at my age, I'll be able to really give her, you know, like a porno ride, like, you know, multiple orgasm. And I was like, yes, you know. You're saying you can hold out for a long time?
It depends on how tired I am.
Because I
I'm
look
really
at your
tired.
wife as a stunning woman.
Well, the other day, she said, "Do you want to fool around?" And I said, "Let me see what I can do." She goes, "I feel like I'm talking to a banker."
But you can hold out for like 15 minutes?
Sometimes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, you're good. Hey,
But
God
it's not.
bless
It's
you.
not about being good. It's about being tired.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
How long did you hold out with Jan Hooks? I mean, you're in bed with her.
I have to look at my journal.
Wow.
But you like these pictures, right?
Yeah, they're good. They're good. They're very good.
For amateurs. You know.
They're fine.
Taking it with iPhone.
They look great, actually.
No, but if you blow them up, they're not good.
Yeah, terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible. No.
But yours are like clear. They're fine.
Yeah,
and
I can do that. That's lighting.
There's like
That's
a billion
lighting.
pixels.
That's
in
when
yours.
you use flash, and I use multiple flash. I sometimes use as much as not a flash on your camera. I'm talking about a studio flash, 4 or 5 different lights.
But do you use film or do you use digital?
No, digital.
Oh, but the real photographer uses film.
Not anymore. They've all gone
The
digital.
new guys, they're all
The new
digital.
guys, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
No,
they're all
everyone does digital.
No, I've come across some people that use film.
They're assholes.
You
know what I mean? They
like
just
the guys who still buy
Why?
record albums.
Yeah, like do you like those guys? Do you still buy vinyl? No, right? Okay.
No.
All right.
But it is coming back, isn't it?
Not really. I met one asshole who still uses film, and the guy was an asshole. I mean, it was just a fucking pain. I was just like, oh, just can't he use digital?
A friend of mine gave me a vinyl album of the Stones or something that she liked. And I thought, oh, geez, now I got to find
a record
And then when I was moving, I found an old record player. And I took it out, and I found my old records, too. And I found, like, Beatle records. And I'm looking at it, I don't remember buying this. And it had, like, Paul McCartney's autograph on it.
You're kidding.
That was you. You wrote that.
No.
Right.
But then I remembered, oh, that's right. When Paul McCartney was on Saturday Night Live, I had one of the PAs go down and get me some albums for him to sign.
Oh, you're lucky you did it. You're lucky. You heard that story I told. I went to the McCartney concert. I bring my youngest daughter. I've never asked anyone for an autograph. I just would never bother anyone. But she said to me, Dad, I'm such a Beatles fan.
Oh, I think I remember this,
And Chris Rock was in there with me, too. And he was watching this whole thing. And he goes, so I said to my daughter, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to ask Mr. McCartney for a autograph. Now, I've had Paul on the show and stuff, and I thought we had something going, you know?
And it's a room full of people.
Room full
It's
of
not
people.
just Howard and Chris.
And Rock's
It's a
like,
room full.
What are you going to do? You're going to ask, Paul McCartney for, oh, this is going to go horrible. This is going to, I got to watch this. I got to watch this. So, sure enough, I go over, and Paul starts working me. He goes, 1 second. We will have to get to the, and then he just walked away. He wouldn't sign it.
Oh, really?
And he had evidently made some new edict that he's entitled to a personal life, and he has to create boundaries. And so meanwhile...
Can you imagine, though, what it's like for him?
Yeah, but come on, I'm with my kid. Give me a fucking break. I've interviewed the guy. Guy could have done it. But
yeah, but you know how many people he meets?
No,
every
I get
day?
it. Listen, I'm not mad at it.
I went to the opening of Love in Vegas. Yeah. You know, the Cirque du Soleil
Great,
thing.
I saw that thing. Yeah.
That's good, isn't it?
Really good.
And Yoko was there, and Ringo and Paul, and there was a little roped off VIP section that I was in. And Paul was talking to somebody, and some guy came along with this Sgt. Pepper's album, and he asked Paul to autograph it. And I'm standing back,
Right,
you know,
watching
I'm watching.
Yeah.
And I felt so awkward for the guy.
Right.
Because Paul turns to me and goes, I'm having a conversation here. Can't you see I'm having a conversation with this man?
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to sign your album. And I got so embarrassed for the guy.
Yeah.
You know?
I hate that.
It's like your father turning you down or
Yeah,
something.
I know.
Or something, but
I feel bad when I was walking down the street the other day, and someone said to me, "Would you? Hey, Howard, you want to take a picture?" I mean, I was lost in thought. And I said, "You know, it's raining, not now."
Mm-hmm.
And then I felt bad.
Then you felt bad later.
Yeah, but fuck it.
You get a lot of this stuff. I don't want to interrupt you, but I'm going to.
Most times I just do it because I feel bad for the guy.
I know it. I do too.
Yeah.
I do too, because they're not as lucky as we are.
That's right.
That's what
Look
it's all
at you
about.
two lucky guys.
We're very lucky.
You're a lot
Aren't you
luckier
lucky?
than
Don't
I am.
you
You
feel
can,
like you're
you can
lucky?
hold out 15, 20 minutes. You're a hell of a lot more lucky than I am. I'm sick of fucking coming in 3 seconds. How
Well,
do you
no, I would
stop
take that if I could.
If you really hold out 35 minutes, that could be gay almost. I mean,
stop.
How are you doing that? I mean, that's crazy.
Well, you know, I'm watching TV.
Oh, okay. Well, that explains it.
Yeah.
The ball game is on.
But
are you an intellectual or something? 'Cause,
No.
I mean, would you watch X Factor, or you would never watch that?
well, I love X Factor. The
Oh, you
times
do?
I've seen it.
I love it. I was watching it
I
last night.
used to like American Idol.
Yeah,
but
I watched that too.
I got tired of that.
Yeah.
But the X Factor, I used to love these talent shows growing up as a kid.
Me too.
Impressionists and singers and.
Well, then you must be an America's Got Talent person, because that's where you get the jugglers and the
I don't watch a lot of
plate
TV
spinners
in general.
Yeah.
You know what I love to watch? I love to watch those hot chick trials. You know, like
Casey
Anthony, Amanda
Anthony trial.
And no pretty girl ever goes to prison, because as long as there's a guy on the jury, they're saying we can't put her in prison
Because it's a waste.
Yeah.
Oh God, Casey Anthony.
But if they were like poor and unattractive, they would more likely
The trials wouldn't even
Yeah.
last very long. You know, Casey Anthony was on trial
know.
forever.
You mean if Rod Blagojevich was a hot chick, he'd probably be out of
Yeah,
jail?
he'd be
right?
walking.
Okay. Well, all
But
right.
I was watching that Casey Anthony trial for like 4 days. And I'm thinking, she's kind of cute. I mean, God, I hope she doesn't go to prison. And then one day she came out, she had her hair behind her ears. I noticed that her ears looked a little big. I thought, well, maybe she is guilty. You know?
As soon as someone looks ugly to you, they're guilty.
Yeah, and then I saw a zit on her face. I thought, hang her. Hang her.
She doesn't look that good.
Yeah.
All right, listen.
I got to go, man.
Yeah, you got to get out of here.
I got to get back to the family.
All right, Kevin's got to get back. He's got to watch his kid.
That's right. It's
That's right.
time.
Kevin Nealon, the great Kevin Nealon.
Have you been over to Caroline's?
Yeah, sure.
You don't go out that often.
No. I
don't
went
blame
to
you.
see Norm Macdonald was working there one night. I went over.
How long ago was that? How
100
long
years
has it
ago.
been?
And then I went to see Gilbert Gottfried 100 years ago.
Right. I think I was with you then.
Yeah.
But why?
That was the last time we were together.
Why would you go out when you got a nice house?
Right,
You got
yeah.
your stuff there.
Fuck it. Yeah.
Yeah.
What am I going to do?
get it. I get it.
Hear some guy talking, you know.
Yeah. Just some guy. It goes on and on.
On and on.
Yeah.
Flowing on and on. All right, listen.
Tell me the name of that book again, one more time. See, I can't remember lines.
Mind
over body.
Mind Body Connection.
Yeah.
All right.
By Deepak.
Dr. Johns.
I got it. Deepak Chopra. I got it. I got it.
You're low. Just keep pissing and you'll be fine. That was some good band. No, seriously, frequent urination is one of the things. It's a thing.
I know
It's also a sign of
many of them.
It's also a sign of diabetes.
Yeah, but you don't have that.
I used to eat a lot of sugar.
Yeah, you're fine.
And I stopped 3 weeks ago because I thought I go to the doctor. I said I gotta have diabetes. I'm eating all the time. There's no diabetes.
Because all the diabetic.
you have this syndrome that he talks about.
Yeah, diabetic peeing is all day long,
You have
not
TMS.
just at night.
You have stress.
Good to see you.
Good to see you, Robin.
Thank you for coming
Is it stress
in.
related?
Yep.
Everything's stress related.
Look at me. You can see I look like a doctor. I like you asking me like, yes. And your photography, very good.
Well, he asked the makeup artist about adoption. He always goes to the expert.
I listen to anybody. If Gary said diabetes, all day.
No, there's two guys in the office that are diabetic, and when you said that, they look at each other. They go, diabetes.
No, he doesn't. I'm telling
Because
you,
I
this
have
is
my blood check.
this is the same as your back pain. And
Well,
you
my
stop
back's not-
running and your back's fine, but
Yeah.
you should be able to run and not have back pain.
Yeah, but you can't run forever because your knees are going to eventually.
My knees are fine.
Robin, you're a tall
Yeah, our knees are fine.
We read Dr. Sarno.
Kevin.
Yeah.
A visit with Dr. Howard. I mean, he's going to solve all your problems right there. I mean,
Well, you know, he's talked to a lot of people. You know, I understand that. I know that people that have experienced and he's talked to a lot of people. So I figure why not try to pry some of that information from him.
so you're actually going to heed his advice and go pick up Dr. Sarno's book and.
Yeah, I'll pick it up. I probably won't read it, but I'll look at it. And I'll keep paying all night.
I have the same problem, so I feel your
Do you
pain.
really?
I get
You're
up
a lot
at
younger than me.
least once or twice. It's horrible.
Well, you have a little blockage. You should check that out.
Yeah, I
you
think
should
I
go more than once or twice.
Kevin, you guys talked a lot about different forms of comedy that you've been involved with, SNL, Weeds, also some of the comedians that you both love. What makes Howard so great at his particular form of comedy and his craft?
I think his honesty probably is the biggest. I wish I could be as honest as he was. But, you know, he's not afraid to talk about anything. You know, and he's, as a listener, you know everything about him. You know.
And that's what draws you in and keeps you there.
I think so. I think that's part of it. I think that, you know, because he's so good at what he does, he's probably the best interviewer I've ever worked with.
And you guys were in there that was a marathon. I mean, you were in there for well over an hour.
Yeah. I've never had sex that long.
And neither is Howard. That's for sure. All right, man. Good luck with your stand-up, and
thank you.
See you again soon.
Thank you very much. Had a good time.
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John High and Gary 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
Hey, it's Gary 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. On Monday's wrap-up show, we talked to Benji about his new weird look. He's got this wig on and this eyeliner on, and he looks so odd, and we talked about how distracting he was about that. Then Lisa G came in and explained how Benji ruined the holiday party last year, and Benji sort of cornered her in a bit of a lie because she didn't find out what Benji did till after the holiday party. It turned into a whole big deal. Here's what happened. Benji's getting a mini intervention right now.
From? Who's intervening?
Sort of everybody. It was like Howard stopped by on his way to say, you know, Benji really, you know, it looks a little odd. And Benji goes, really, does it? And then Fred started, I even said to Benji, I said, Benji, forget about the hair, forget about everything else. I go, the eyeliner, just, you know, if I didn't know you and I saw you walking down the hall, I would go, who's the weird guy with the eyeliner? And so we were, and Benji was sort of seemed more receptive to taking the constructive criticism. And the last thing I heard was Fred say something like, well, if you're going to go the Halloween costume route, maybe you should talk to the guy that does Richard Christie's makeup.
I understand that Benji enjoys the attention, and I understand that he's trying to please Elisa, but I think it's reached the point where everybody is just tired of it. You agree?
Well, I mean, I wasn't buying into it from the beginning, but I do. It's reached the point where it's an enormous distraction. I'll tell you exactly where it was a distraction. I was pitching Howard to something during a break, and Howard turned to his left and then became riveted with looking at Benji, and it stole like 30 seconds of my 2 minutes to pitch because he had to get him into the Benji vortex again.
Well, even in the beginning of the show, I mean, Howard was clearly distracted by him, thought about kicking him out.
You saw when he walked in, John,
yeah.
right?
My back was to it. I just saw you guys react to him.
What happened was I reacted to it, and Howard goes, what? And usually, with something, if it were more subtle, I'd slip Howard a note, you know, Benji's got a wig on or whatever. But it was so in your face that it was impossible to ignore. And then Benji's like, what? Then we just went back to our meeting. And knowing that Howard's going to come on, you couldn't, it would have been impossible to not address.
I heard you got a little bit of intervention after the show.
Yeah.
Hey,
Well, I think Howard came up. I think like he just, we were just talking about it, and he told me he sincerely doesn't think it looks good. I know it's startling when you first see me with this hair, but I thought I think it looks better. I understand it's startling, but I thought it looked better, and it was like but maybe it doesn't.
Benji, what's going on? By the way, look up for a second. Somebody had said to the other day, is that a hickey on your neck?
I get them so easy because I have very sensitive skin.
Because somebody said they saw you the other day and they said your neck was all black and blue, like you'd been in some sort of an altercation. But as I'm looking at it now, I see it's just an enormous hickey.
Yeah.
You honestly think you look better?
Yeah, I do. I think if you just saw me and you didn't know, like I said, this is what Gary and I were talking about after the show. Actually, if you just saw me right now, I think it's a cool look. But it can better. I think I look better looking than I did, without the hair, without the beard, all that stuff.
There's so many analogies, but like one of them is like
I still need. Listen, I need to lose weight.
That's not what's going on here. The weight has nothing to do with what's going on here. There's something about your look, whether I know you or not, that doesn't look real. You know what I mean?
I think it's because you don't. I think it's because you've seen me before, but maybe you're. I can't.
Like like when Benji's. What would you say the look is that Benji's going for?
Homeless?
No, but what kind of look is he going for? Like a hipster?
Like a grungy sort of, yeah.
So what Benji looks like to me, and I promise you I'm not being a dick or saying this to insult you, like when you see a movie and they take people and dress them in an outfit,
yes. Right.
And they don't look quite real.
Yeah,
that's what it looks like to me. It's like there's something not real about it.
I get what you mean. I think it's because so much in your mind is the way I looked before. But also the woman who did my hair said this wasn't the final fit. Like that, she came over just to tell me what about it, and she happened to have another guy's hair with her that she was fixing. And Elisa convinced her, just let him try it for a day to see what it looks like. So this isn't like the final fit.
Yeah, but if I were going to do that, try it for a day, I think that day would be like the 2 weeks we're on vacation.
Yeah, looking back, I did, like I said, I knew it was be startling. I even thought of, oh, fuck, once I got it sewn in, I was like, it looks great, but it's going to startle. Maybe I should write Howard a note, but I thought, that would make, he would get angry about that. And I knew he would rip on it, but I didn't think it would have this bad of a reaction.
Howard doesn't like change. Like one time I shaved my mustache off. This was like 1990. I shaved, and then it was off for a long time. But when I first shaved it off, he's like, "Get out of here! You're annoying me. I can't look at you. What do you do?" Like it was like a whole thing because, and that was a friggin' mustache.
Yeah, but with Benji, it's been building up. It's been one thing, then the next thing, then the next thing, and then finally this put Howard, I think, a little bit over the top. But Benji, I mean, obviously, you probably don't even care what we think. What matters is what you think of what your girlfriend thinks.
It's hard to believe, because I would take strangers' opinions more quickly because I know, it's hard to believe. If someone that doesn't know the show, someone that doesn't know anything, I would believe that more than.
But if I brought a stranger in, what would I ask them? Does he look normal?
Well, that's a
loaded
four
question.
Guys, which one looks good? Or rank these four guys' looks, that kind of thing.
Who are the other three?
Well, in the room right now, you're saying like you, me, John, and Ted, and Garofalo.
I don't know, Benj. I don't know. I thought when you lost all the weight and before all this started, I thought you probably looked your best in a long time. Again, who cares what I think? But for whatever that's worth. But now it just seems like you're trying way too hard. You're a good-looking guy.
Thank you.
At the core, but now you're putting all this stuff on, and it makes you kind of,
I've lost my sex appeal for you.
It's not a sex appeal thing. I just see, and I could be wrong, but I just see someone like morphing you and changing you and turning you, and maybe you enjoy that. But
I do. It's all like, it's all like surface kind of thing. It's just fun, to try different styles and things like that.
I would say it's weird when you try to do something and you try it out on this gang because this gang is fucking brutal. It's the worst room in the world. And I remember I had long hair. This was back in the 80s. And the video, the Van Halen video, Finish What You Started? and Alex Van Halen had slicked his hair back and tied it into a ponytail. We were doing a show in L.A., so I thought that was a cool look. So I did that, but I looked more like Ysai Morales from La Bamba than I did like Alex Van Halen. And like when I came in, it was just an hour of, park my car, just that sort of shit.
Lisa, I asked you to come down here because we were talking a little bit this morning about Benji and his look, and I figured you should talk to him face to face.
Well, this is the first time I've seen him up close. You look like a homeless person.